Your Caribbean fun spots at Mississippi's favorite fun spot, the Isle of Capri Casino at Point Cadet in Biloxi. For information, call 1-800-THE-ISLE.
The Isle of Capri Casino.
Welcome back to Foxborough. Dave Garrett along with Archie Manning and Jim Henderson. These two teams have met 6 times in previous years. The Saints have only one win over the Patriots. That victory came in the last meeting, a 28-24 decision back in 1989 here in Foxborough. The Saints defense starting to come around statistically at least. Of course, coaches will tell you points scored against you is about the best stat other than those wins. Saints are now ranked number 4 in the NFL. In total defense, number 3 in the NFC. The Saints' pass defense is ranked 2nd in the NFC thus far. Ranking-wise for the Patriots, 25th in the NFL in total offense, 24th in the NFL in total defense. Archie Manning, I asked Jim Henderson this earlier as far as talent comparison. Let's throw away the injuries, et cetera, et cetera. Talent comparison, there shouldn't be a difference today.
Are you saying that
should be a big difference today?
You didn't take in consideration. He doesn't know the answer, so now you're asking me.
No, I'm just saying because you weren't in the booth and you did not hear that question asked him.
We've kind of kicked that around a little bit this week, and I'm not just saying it, Dave. It's a National Football League, and there's talented people here. I mentioned to someone in an interview earlier this week. It seemed like I've been interviewed a lot this week. I don't know why when an 0-8 team comes around the NFL, they want to talk to someone who played on 0 for teams, and I guess they always call me up, and I'm kind of sick of it, if you really want to know the truth. It is a talent, but there's good people there. It's the game's most of the time played between the ears, and New England probably can't have too many other things happen to them than has been the case this year. I think that's a really big part of the football game today is the Saints to do something good early in the game and get New England in a situation where they say, oh, here we go again, and don't let them get their head up.
You know, Dave, we have a really interesting perspective up here having Archie at this game because he not only can speak of what it's like to be on a team that doesn't win a game for most of the season, as he didn't back in 1980 when the Saints only won a game, but he can speak to what it's like to lose to a team that is winless, as he did with the Saints in 1977 when the Tampa Bay Bucks came into the Superdome and escaped with their first victory in the history of their franchise. So Archie should offer a wealth of information from that perspective here today.
Well, I should, but if I hear any more of this, I'm not going to speak on anything. I'm going back in there where the food is and the clam chowder, and I'm going to let you guys sit in this box and freeze today, and I'm going to stay warm, and I'm not talking at all.
As the tension mounts in the booth, we'll tell you that Jim Mora is 18-6 against the AFC when he's coached the Saints, and Bobby Hebert, when he starts, is 13-0, leading this team against AFC contestants.
I can tell right now from this conversation that you two guys aren't ready today. You're not prepared. You're taking this team lightly, and I'm worried about it. I'm concerned.
We've been focusing all week, despite the fact that the Patriots are winless.
Let's pause for these messages. You're listening to Saints football.
Tonight, on In Living Color, Damon Wayans returns as Homie the Clown.
Homie don't play that.
And he's got a little surprise waiting for him. His long-lost son.
I suppose this is where we're supposed to hug and have that tender little moment.
I don't think so.
Meet Homie Jr. on an all-new In Living Color. Then, what happens when one of the hottest comedians in the country meets the cast on television? You'll find out when we do, as Sinbad guest stars on Rock Live. Then, on Married with Children, it's shocking, it's unbelievable, it's pathetic. Kelly Bundy finally gets a job.
I'm a waitress.
It's Bundy history in the making.
This is the proudest day of my life, and will remain so until the day your mother leaves me.
On an all-new Married with Children, tonight on Fox.
Tonight, starting at 7 on WNOL Fox 38.
Spot the dots and save 40% at Shoetown and Foot in Fashion. Thousands and thousands of red-hot dots on every aisle, in every department, in every Shoetown and Foot in Fashion. 40% off men's and women's apparel. 40% off men's, women, and children's shoes. 40% off previous markdowns included. It's our biggest, best, and greatest sale of the year. Red-hot dots save you 40% and more on shoes, apparel, athletics. Thousands of items at all Shoetown and Foot in Fashion.
You can believe everything you hear about Royal Mazda. They're the dealership that's different. So when Royal says they've got a great Mazda for you, it's a fact.
When you
drive away with a Royal Mazda, we feel like that we're sitting in the back seat.
Our customers depend on us to be there for them long after they've bought their car, and we are.
Mazda trucks are tough.
Mazda sells itself.
This is Mazda Mania.
Take it from the pros who know. Royal Mazda, the dealership that's different.
The Saints are on Q93.
Welcome back to Foxborough. It is 39 degrees here. The forecast is for sunshine today, and 42. We see no sunshine, although we did see sun earlier this morning with some snow flurries at the same time. Wind will be out of the north and probably will play a factor in the passing game today, and we'll let Archie talk more about that in a moment. A switch on the offensive side for the Saints. Running back Jim, Dalton Hilliard has been placed as the starter instead of Vaughn Dunbar. Is that a reward for Dalton, or the Saints coaches just rather have him in there to begin with, at least in this given situation?
Well, I think, David, you talked to Jim Skipper earlier in your pregame show, and I think it reflects a couple of things. One, Dalton's improved performance and the fact that he's looking now to be the Dalton Hilliard that he was back in 1989 in many respects, and also the frustration that Vaughn Dunbar is undergoing. One of the coaches down on the field before the game described it as plateauing. He really hasn't gotten a whole lot better since he was earlier in the season, and he feels he should be making a greater contribution than he has, and I think he's a little frustrated. He hasn't been following his blocking perhaps as well as he could, and maybe it'll do him good to just have a seat and not have the pressure of being a starter, the pressure of having to carry this team, and also the fact that Dalton Hilliard, I think, doesn't require as much blocking at the moment as Vaughn Dunbar does to make something happen. Vaughn doesn't make as many people miss as Dalton can and does.
All right, we'll have the Southwest Airlines starting lineup coming up in just a moment. This is the Saints Network.
These days in business, you have to look at problems as challenges. For instance, they cut my department's travel budget in half and said I had to keep sending out the same number of people. Okay, I accepted the challenge and found a solution. Southwest Airlines Friends Fly Free offer. You can buy one round-trip ticket at their low, unrestricted fare, and a friend flies with you free, anywhere Southwest Airlines flies. And friends aren't just spouses and pals. They're bosses and partners and clients, too. There's no advance purchase on a Friends Fly Free ticket either. Just make a reservation at least 24 hours in advance and stay over for one night. By the way, this offer doesn't include local airport taxes up to $12 round-trip each. If your plans change at the last minute, Southwest Friends Fly Free tickets are fully refundable. And although seats are limited right now, they're available all week long. Friends Fly Free only on Southwest Airlines. It's the perfect solution to cut your business budget or to turn a short business trip into a long weekend. Call 1-800-I-FLY-SWA. It's just plain smart.
There's a little piece of heaven set in the foothills of the Sierra Nevadas that just the two of you know about. It's a small glen, an oasis of color in an otherwise stark area. Sheer rock surrounds a thunderous waterfall that feeds an underground river. There's even a hint of a rainbow as the sun glistens off the cascading stream. It's a place not really marked on any map, but you two managed to find it, thanks to your sense of adventure and to your Jeep Grand Cherokee. The four-wheel drive Grand Cherokee with its available 220 horsepower V8 engine and standard four-wheel anti-lock brakes can take you just about anywhere and back. Plus, Grand Cherokee's the only 4x4 in the world with a standard driver's side airbag. Get a Grand Cherokee and see how many more pieces of heaven you can find.
Test drive Grand Cherokee at your Jeep and Eagle dealer today. There's only one Jeep. Jeep is a registered trademark of the Chrysler Corporation.
See your Southland Jeep Eagle dealer today.
Welcome back to the Saints Network, and it's time now for the Southwest Airlines starting lineup, brought to you by Southwest Airlines. It's just plain smart. Two changes offensively for the Patriots coming into today's game. We'll tell you about those when we get across the offensive line. Irving Fryer is one wide receiver, an outstanding one at that, and Craig McMurtry will start at the other wideout position. Pat Harlow is the left tackle, and starting today at left guard in place of Reggie Redding will be Larry Williams, who is the backup right tackle. As Jim told you before, a lot of changes in the lineup today. Gene Chilton is the starting center, and Greg Riccozzi will start at right guard. Eugene Chung will start at right tackle. He is the rookie. The tight end is Marv Cook. Tommy Hudson will get the start at quarterback today, the LSU product, with Leonard Russell, the running back, and John Stevens at fullback. 6 changes on defense today. Ray Agnew and Andre Tippett are the inactives on the Patriots defense, or on the Patriots roster today. Tim Edwards will start at left side defensive end, Tim Goad at nose tackle, Brent Williams at right defensive end, and Dwayne Saab will start in place of Tippett at left outside linebacker. Vincent Brown will start at one inside linebacker. Johnny Rembert out today in the starting lineup, and Eugene Lockhart The longtime former Dallas Cowboy, longtime NFL veteran, will start at one inside linebacker. The other outside linebacker starting in place of Chris Singleton will be David Howard. David Pohl and Maurice Hurst are the cornerbacks. Tim Gordon will start at strong safety today in place of Roger Brown. And at free safety today, it will be Roger Brown taking the place of Randy Robbins with all those changes in the Patriots defense. Saints defense, Wayne Martin, Jim Wilkes, and Frank Warren across the front line. Jackson, Mills, Johnson, and Swilling, the linebackers. Toy Cook and Reggie Jones at corner. Brett Maxey, Gene Atkins at safety. Eric Martin starts at wide receiver along with Quinn Early. On the offense, it's Cooper, Dombrowski, Hilgenberg, Kennard, and Brock across the front line with Brenner, Wainwright, and Tice the tight ends. Quarterback Bobby Hebert. Dalton Hilliard gets the start at halfback today, and of course the fullback is Craig Hayward. That's today's Southwest Airlines starting lineup on our pregame show. Now stay tuned for kickoff and Saints football on the Saints Network.
When it comes to getting your Ford serviced, you don't want any surprises. That's why Interstate Ford in Metairie keeps the prices for the most common services listed on a menu over the service counter, so you can see what the charges are up front. Like an engine tune-up for as low as $39.95. Stop in at Interstate Ford, 3724 Veterans Boulevard in Metairie anytime. There are no surprises here. Quality care. It may be your car, but it's still our baby.
When you're spending hard-earned money on electronics, appliances, and home office equipment, it's good to know there'll always be a store you can trust. Sears Brand Central. You can count on more top brands, more service people, affordable credit options, and most important, a name backed by over 100 years of quality, integrity, and constant good values. No wonder more people buy more top brands from the store they trust. Sears Brand Central.
You can count on me, Sears Roebuck and Company.
How does your car sound when you start it? Perhaps a little like this? Stop into Walmart and pick up Gum Out Extra Fuel Injector Cleaner from Pennzoil. Gum Out helps eliminate engine stalls and hard starts while providing maximum performance. Then your car will sound like this. So for increased engine performance that detergent gasoline alone can't deliver, and at the Walmart price which no one else can deliver, add a bottle of Gum Out to your car's gas tank. Your car's engine will be happy. Walmart. Always.
For 2 years, I've been a heavyweight champion. Evander Holyfield, world champion. His next fight is against Riddick Bowe. This is a fight I want. Bowe is undefeated. He's bigger and stronger than Holyfield, and he can knock him out with either hand. Bowe says he's going to be the next heavyweight champion. I say he's just going to be next. Will Bowe be the next champion, or just next?
Budweiser presents Holyfield vs. Bowe Heavyweight Championship. Friday, November 13th, the Mirage, Las Vegas. See it live on pay-per-view.
Or watch the fight at the President Casino in Biloxi.
Welcome back to Foxborough. New England won the toss, elected to receive the Saints kickoff and have the wind here in the first period of play. Morton Anderson boots a knuckleball, and it will be taken by John Vaughn at the 3-yard line, up to the 10, to the 15, opening to the 20, 25, 30, still running to the 40, up to the 43-yard line. John Vaughn on the excellent return of about 39 yards after getting the knuckleball line drive kick from Morton Anderson. Saints will have the wind here in the first period, as mentioned before. We're on the west looking east, moving from our right to our left, from the south to the north against the wind, the Patriots offense.
You know, Morton's got to be disappointed in that, David. He's got a brisk wind at his back, probably upwards of 15 to 25 miles per hour. That's the kind of kick he usually would put out of the end zone on the fly. He just did it too high. Perhaps he's having a little trouble getting loose like a lot of people are here today.
Marv Cook at tight end will split into a slot on the right side. Also wide to the right is Greg McMurtry. Wide to the left is Irving Pryor. Offset backfield behind quarterback Tommy Hodson. Back to handoff over the left side tackle. It goes to Russell, and he gains across the 45 up to about the 48-yard line.
Jim Wilkes hit Russell in the backfield. Would have been a loss. Nice spin move on the part of Russell and got additional yardage.
Line of scrimmage was the 43, 1st and 10 at the 43 for the Patriots today. Gain of the football goes up just past the 47-yard line. We'll call it a 3-yard gain. So it's second down and 6.5 yards to go. Anchor on the right, that's Cook in motion. Handoff goes to Russell, goes over right side tackle, makes a spin move and gets the first down across the 50 down to about the 46-yard line. Let's pause 15 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Saints football.
CJ and Company in the morning.
The oldies I'll request lunch hour.
DVD.
The I'll request a dedication party.
93 in a row.
Oh, money.
And now the Saints. You're listening to Q93, WQUE-FM New Orleans, the FM station for the New Orleans Saints.
It is the first down after the run from the 47 in Patriots territory down to the 46 in Saints territory.
For the second time in 2 plays, the Saints missed tackles. Russell makes another fine spin move and gets the first down for the Patriots.
Tommy Hudson, the quarterback. Cook, the flanker on the right, now in motion. Irving Fryer wide to the left. Back to pass for the first time. Hodson looking for Fryer near side sideline. Knocked down at the last moment. Incomplete. Great defensive play made by Gene Atkins at the 30.
Well, Tommy Hodson ran a play-action pass. Had Fryer on a corner route. Had their fine tight end Marv Cook on a crossing route. Immediately after setting up, Tommy Hodson spots the corner out trying to go to Fryer, who's his number 1 receiver, and just a real fine defensive play by Gene Atkins, breaking on the football.
Second down and 10 from the 46-yard line. Wide to the right is Greg McMurtry. Irving Fryer comes wide to the near side. High formation. Handoff goes to Russell. Second man through, and good line blocking gets him all the way down to the 40-yard line. About a pickup of 6 yards on the play.
David Leonard Russell, the former 1991 Offensive Rookie of the Year for the Patriots. This is an encouraging first series for the Patriots. They've got to establish the run and have a running game here today if they're going to have any sort of chance. They won't make a living throwing the ball against the Saints today with the Saints pass rush and their problems up front on their offensive line.
The Patriots will go with a one-back set here, and they'll leave Stevens in. Russell comes out. They bring in Coates, their second tight end. Going 2 wide receivers, 2 tight ends, and a single back.
Fryer to the near side along with Greg McMurtry. Fryer scored the most touchdowns on this team. Hodson back to pass. He throws for Cook out in the flat, and it's incomplete in and out of his hands, but also assisted over there by Brett Maxey with a pretty good defensive play. The fourth down coming up for the Patriots, 4th and 4.
Brett Maxey does make a good play. Of course, Cook's an outstanding receiver as a tight end. Really catches the ball well. 32 catches on the year. That ball thrown to the flat would have picked up the first down. I think he got his hands on it. About the same time, Maxey just goes in and strips it away. And Charlie McCarthy will be punting here.
McCarthy in, averaging 47.1 per punt. His net is about 37. Marcus Dowdell calls for the fair catch at the 9-yard line and receives it after got it at the 9-yard line, and the line of scrimmage was the 40, so it's a 31-yard punt. We'll pause for these messages. There's timeout on the field. 12:27 left to go in the first period of play. There is no score. You're listening to Saints football. Now, here's Archie.
Royal Oldsmobile is celebrating Oldsmobile's 95th birthday, and the Oldsmobile Achieva is only $11,990 at Royal. The final price cuts have already been made on all 92 Oldsmobiles. Royal Oldsmobile, the dealership that's different in Metairie.
Spot the dots and save 40% at Shoetown and Foot and Fashion. Thousands and thousands of red-hot dots on every aisle, in every department, in every Shoetown and Foot and Fashion. 40% off men's and women's apparel. 40% off men's, women, and children's shoes. 40% off previous markdowns included. It's our biggest, best, and greatest sale of the year. Red-hot dots save you 40% and more on shoes, apparel, athletics. Thousands of items at all Shoetown and Foot and Fashion.
The law office of Cardell Thomas provides competent and trustworthy legal advice in a warm and comfortable environment. This team of legal professionals has served their New Orleans community for the past 10 years. Now, if you have legal problems, their professionals stand poised to help you. Cardell Thomas and his associates have assisted thousands of people just like you in cases from maritime, personal injury, criminal, divorces, and succession. Stop by their office at 3723 Canal Street or call 482-2841. 482-2841. The law firm of Cardell Thomas gets results. There's one bank that lives by its motto of absolutely the best personal service in New Orleans. That bank is your friends at United Bank and Trust. At United Bank and Trust, they make it their business to know each of their customers personally because they know to better serve all your banking needs, they have to take a one-on-one approach. Whether it's home mortgages, car loans, home improvement loans, or small business loans, United Bank and Trust at 2714 Canal Street can help. United Bank and Trust, where personal service isn't just a motto, it's the way United does business with you.
The Saints are on Q93.
Welcome back to Foxborough. Saints with the wind. It's about a 20-mile-per-hour wind out of the north, and the Saints moving from our left to right, from north to south. first down from the 9-yard line. Hebert, straightaway handoff, goes to Craig Hayward, and he gets 2 yards to the 11 on the first down play. Tackles made by Eugene Lockhart and Vincent Brown.
Saints open up with a 2 tight end offense, a slot to the wide side, 2 tight ends, and a single back being Hayward. Handoff off right tackle, not much there.
Dalton Hilliard comes into the lineup. Eric Martin comes out along with Quinn Early, and we'll see what happens on second down and long yardage, 2nd and 8. 12 minutes left to go, first quarter, no score. Torrance Small splits wide to the left. John Tice is in there as a flanker on the right side and split backfield. Hayward and Hilliard behind quarterback Bobby Hebert. Tied in is Kobe Brenner on the right side. He had about a 6-man defensive rush. Handoff goes to Dalton Hilliard. Good hole up to the 15. And there's a fumble on the play. And the Saints may have lost the ball here. The Patriots say they got it. We'll wait and see.
Well, the Saints lined up with 2 tight ends to the right side. Actually, John Tice, boy, the Saints are fortunate there. The Saints come up with it. John Tice was a tight wingback in the place of Eric Martin, a flanker there. Off tackle to the right side. Dalton Hilliard found a little crease and looked as though he was going to cut back and really have some running room, and the ball was just stripped away, popped straight up in the air. And very fortunately, the Saints came up with it.
It's a gain of 5 to the 16, so it'll be 3rd down and 3. Derek Kennard recovered that fumble.
I think David Poole, that young cornerback, reached in and stripped it away from Dalton. Here's the Saints with a shotgun. Now on 3rd down, 4 wide receivers.
3 to the right and 1 to the left. It's Martin, Carroll, and Early to the right. Torrance Small to the left. Dalton Hilliard in the backfield.
Let the clock run out.
Yep, we did. Offense. Well, not a auspicious start for the Saints here today.
No, this is probably the sort of ragged play that Jim Mora feared in going up against an 0-8 football team that has obviously nothing to lose and has had just about every adversity a team could have through the first 8 weeks of the season.
I wonder if Bobby spotted the 25 or 45-second clock. You know, in these stadiums, this is something that just came in after most stadiums were built. And actually, it's up on the left side there. I know I can remember sometimes being in the game and forgetting to look and be able to find it there on my first series.
It's not directly in his line of vision as they are in most of the new stadiums.
Different set this time. 2 wide receivers to either side out of the shotgun. Hebert back to pass. He throws. Almost intercepted. It's incomplete. Good defensive play made by Maurice Hurst, who plays right side corner in the defense for New England.
Yes, a young man from New Orleans. Collegiately played at Southern University. I'm sure he's extremely disappointed he didn't come down with that interception. Not a good read on the part of Bobby Hebert. He tried to fit it in there between 2 defensive backs, and Maurice Hurst just came off his man, who he was on the outside. Really should have had the interception.
Walter Stanley stands deep to receive this punt from Tommy Barnhart.
New England should come away with some excellent field position here.
Stanley standing at the midfield stripe, snap back in good shape. Not a great punt, especially considering with the wind. Stanley cannot find a handle on it, finally picks it up at the 45-yard line, and then he's smothered at about the 47-yard line. We'll pause for these messages with 10:29 left to go. In New England football, 1st and 10 at their own 47. No score. 10:29 left first quarter. Now this for your Southland Jeep and Eagle dealers.
Now's your chance to see the most exciting and technically advanced lineup in our history. Introducing Jeep and Eagle for 1993 with innovative new models that will truly amaze and thrill you. See the new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the sophisticated new Eagle Vision. Get a classically rugged 2-door, 2-wheel drive Jeep Cherokee Sport for as little as $14,335. Or buy an American original, the fun-loving Jeep Wrangler, starting as low as $10,910. You could get great deals on every vehicle in stock. So whatever you do, don't miss the 93s at your Jeep and Eagle dealer. MSRP up to $500 cash back direct from Chrysler. Excludes title, taxes, and options. Actual prices may vary. These are limited time offers. Buyer must take delivery from dealer stock. See dealer for details. Jeep is a registered trademark of Chrysler Corporation.
See your Southland Jeep Eagle dealer today.
Party Caribbean style at the Isle of Capri Casino, Mississippi's largest. The Isle is always open for non-stop fun and excitement with live entertainment, free admission, and free parking. So come to the Isle of Capri Casino at Point Cadet in Biloxi. It's a tropical paradise. For information, call 1-800-THE-ISLE.
wanted a little home cooking for the home team, they chose Popeyes, because when it comes to feeding a hungry bunch of Saints, nobody beats the chicken biscuits and sides at Popeyes, a proud member of the Saints official training table. Don't forget, Archie, Jim, and I will be selecting the outstanding hit of the game by a Saints player. In recognition of that big hit, the Popeyes Pop of the Game will donate $500 to that player's favorite local charity. Popeyes proud to be able to recognize an outstanding individual effort. Don't forget the Pop of the Game announcement coming up later in today's broadcast. First and 10, Patriots at their own 47-yard line after the 44-yard punt. Hodson back to pass, almost sacked, turns and throws the ball out of bounds over the head of everyone. In fact, over the head of a lot on the bench.
You know, Wayne Martin had a good pass rush along with Frank Warren, and you could just hear the defensive linemen and the linebackers this week talking about the possibility of getting in on Tommy Hodson. This is a team that's given up 37 sacks this season, and they gave up 63 last year, and their line is in tremendous disarray. So Hodson has to throw a lot today. He'll get a lot of company back there.
Well, he made a smart move right there, just throwing it away. Actually, Wayne Martin had a great chance for the first sack of the game.
John Stevens, the fullback, Leonard Russell, the leading rusher with 285 yards. Is the tailback. He gets the handoff, jukes a player at the 45-yard line, crosses the original line of scrimmage, and gets 2 yards to the 49-yard line. It'll be third down, 8 yards to go for the Patriots.
Patriots took one of their tight ends, Mark Cook, had him in a slot to the left side, sent him in motion to the right, then he turned around and came back and cracked down. Second time today, it's kind of a tight end trap type blocking. This time the Saints defense did much better. A couple of first quarter scores: Cleveland 3, Houston 0, Miami 7-0 over Indianapolis, and Minnesota 7-0 over Tampa.
Here at 0-0, 9:51 left to go in the first period of play. Breaking the huddle, splitting wide to the right side is Michael Timpson, third-year product out of Penn State. Irving Pryor, the ninth-year player out of Nebraska, number 1 draft choice back in '84, splits wide to the left side with the man in the slot to the right. Out of the shotgun, handoff goes to the fullback. Stevens trying to sweep left, cannot get outside, but then dives through 2 Saints defenders across the 50-yard line, and he may, on that dive, have gotten all the way down to the 47-yard line. It'll be fourth down, though.
Well, you can see the respect for the Saints rush defensively. That was an obvious passing situation in which they chose to run, and probably they might do that early a few times, Arch, don't you think, to cool off that pass rush?
Oh, I really think so, Jim. You can also see the respect just out of their alignment. They had 3 wide receivers and 2 backs in the shotgun formation. Very seldom these days in the NFL do you see 2 backs in the backfield. I'm sure that's there for protection.
Sean McCarthy in the punt. His first punt only 31 yards, but he also knocked the Saints inside the 10. This is a very short punt, and Marcus Dowdell calls for a fair catch at the 21-yard line. So that is a punt of only 26 yards to the 21. Saints will have it first 10 there.
Nice job by Marcus Dowdell. Good smart move going up for the fair catch. Most of New England people around him.
When you look at this Patriot team, and we talked about all the things that have happened to it, one of the things, when things are going badly for you, they lost one of the first 3 free agents to be available, and Garen Barris, who was one of their better defensive linemen, he went to the San Francisco 49ers.
Saints' second offensive possession, they ran 3 plays and out their first time. It's a pitch to Dunbar, sweeping to the right. He runs into his own blocker and gets 2 yards before Gordon's there to make the tackle at about the 23-yard line. We'll see if he picks up actually the 2. The line of scrimmage was the 21. He gets to the 23. It'll be second down and 8.
Well, I formation, trying to run the pitch strong side. Just not much there. Vaughn Dunbar trying to just squeeze through a little crack there. The block of Ironhead Hayward at the tight end. Just not much to run through.
Football is touching the 23-yard line. It's second down and 8 at the 23. Saints started at their own 9 the first time, ran 3 and out. This time there's 2 wide receivers to the right, 1 to the left, 1 running back behind Bobby Hebert under center. That running back is Dalton Hilliard, who got the start today. Only 1 first down in the game. It was picked up by the Patriots. Snap, handoff to Hilliard, hitting the backfield, skates free of a tackle across the 25 up to the 30-yard line. It'll be a yard or so shy of the first down for this third down play coming up. Dwayne Saab, who's in playing left outside linebacker in place of Andre Tippett, made the tackle.
Brent Williams had a real good shot at him in the backfield and missed him. We've seen a few arm tackles misfire today on both sides of the line of scrimmage for each defense thus far, but the Saints will have a third and short yardage conversion here, just a long one from their own 30-yard line.
Saints roll for 1 on third down conversions. Torrance Small splits wide to the right, double tight end. Tice is the bookend on the right. Brenner the bookend on the left. Split backfield, Hayward and Hilliard. Ball in motion now. Bobby Hebert gets the snap. Handoff goes to Dalton Hilliard. He leans forward, and I don't think he got it. Neither did the fans. Over left tackle, they'll possibly measure, but I don't think he got it.
Oh, I'll tell you, the Patriots stacked it up real well on their right side. Saints had a good power football play there. Brought their flanker across the formation, snapped the ball when he got about at the offside tight end. Had Hayward leading the blocking from a halfback spot. Just power football, and they could not budge the defensive line of the Patriots, and Barnhart will have to kick it away.
Barnhart in the punt, stands at his own 15-yard line, the line of scrimmage at the 30. And deep to receive is Walter Stanley, backup wide receiver. He is at his own 26-yard line. Snap back in good shape. Barnhart did not have a good first punt. Stanley goes to his right and receives this one at the 28-yard line. Tries to retrieve and is tackled. Good defensive play made by the Saints. There's a flag also on the play.
Well, Frank Wainwright really made a great play on the special teams. Walter Stanley, of course, smaller, much faster, tried to reverse his field on him. Wainwright with a head of steam.
There's a penalty marker down around the 39-yard line of the Patriots, and it looks like it will go against New England. At least they're consulting with Ricky Jackson.
I think so.
22 on the receiving team after the kick. Unnecessary roughness. The penalty will be assessed from the spot of the catch.
Well, that's a rookie, Rod Smith, out of Notre Dame, a defensive back, guilty of that infraction.
That's referee Johnny Grier barking out the instructions to us, and we have timeout on the field. 6:43 left to go first quarter. There's still no score. Patriots football inside their own 15 after the penalty. You're listening to Saints football.
Looks like he's going to be out of the game. If you just got put on injured reserve or want to stay in the game, the Sports Medicine Center at Lakeside Hospital can help. A full range of medical professionals are trained to treat everyone from pro athletes, weekend warriors, or Little League champs. The Sports Medicine team can show you how to overcome existing injuries or prevent new ones using modern fitness equipment and medical technology. From sprained ankles to the most complicated injuries. The Sports Medicine Center at Lakeside Hospital. Call 885-FITT. That's 885-3488. Spot the dots and save 40% at Shoetown and Foot and Fashion. Thousands and thousands of red-hot dots on every aisle, in every department, in every Shoetown and Foot and Fashion. 40% off men's and women's apparel. 40% off men's, women, and children's shoes. 40% off previous markdowns included. It's our biggest, best, and greatest sale of the year. Red-hot dots save you 40% and more on shoes, apparel, athletic. Thousands of items at all Shoetown and Foot and Fashion.
If one of your income tax deductions flew out the window with tax reform, bring it back home with a Jefferson Savings Equity Loan. Fixed interest, fixed payments. An affordable loan that you help plan to get the most from your investment. Check with your tax advisor for all the money-saving details. Jefferson Savings and Loan Association, an equal housing lender.
Hi, CJ Morgan here with a quick reminder that on Mondays, CJ and Company, I'll open up the apology line and give you a chance to win your very own blues bouquet from Key Floral. It's Apology Monday with CJ and Company on Mo Music, Mo Money, Q93.
The Saints are on Q93.
Whatever direction you're headed, just go Southwest. Southwest Airlines, that is, with frequent flights and the lowest unrestricted fares. It's just plain smart. For reservations, call 1-800-I-FLY-SWA. First and 10, Patriots at their own 12-yard line after that 42-yard punt, and then the penalty marked off after the retreat on the punt. Vaughn and Turner in the backfield, along with quarterback Tommy Hodson. Man in motion from right to left. Handoff goes to Vaughn. That's John Vaughn across the 10. He fumbles the football. It's still free at the 12-yard line. Saints jump on it at the 11 before it goes out of bounds. Saints get a great break there, and we'll have the football at the 11.
Well, that's interesting. John Vaughn is one of the guys who was squeaking this week. Now that they're 0-8, he's saying he deserves more playing time, that he's a big play guy and he should be in there more often. First time he gets a chance to run it here today, he coughs it up down deep in his own territory. The Saints have the first early break of this game.
Well, he really made a good move. Pat Swilling got caught up inside. He took it to the outside. Then Brett Maxey just came up from his safety position, knocked the ball loose. And I think Pat was the one that fell on it before he went out of bounds.
And he carried the football all the way to the bench. That's one he wants to keep. So Saints have it first and 10 at the 11-yard line in Patriot territory.
Should make him pay for it. He can afford it.
Two wideouts to the right. Martin, widest to the right. Early in the slot. Tice, a flanker to the left. Handoff goes to Hayward. He crosses the 10, gets a yard, maybe two, before he's stopped there by Vincent Brown, the inside linebacker of the Patriots.
Patriot defense playing tough against the run. Saints trying to take it off tackle again to the left side with Ironhead out of a single back set. Nothing there. Wainwright checks in, along with Torrance Small.
2nd down and 9 from the 10-yard line. Saints have not picked up a first down. They started at their own 9, ran 3 plays on 3rd down, got a penalty, and couldn't convert. On their last possession, they started at the 21, ran 3 plays, and could not convert on a 3rd down and 1. 2nd down, 9 yards to go after the 1-yard gain by Hayward. Torrance Small wide to the left. Double tight end format for the Saints. Bobby Hebert under center. Handoff goes to Hayward, trying to go over right tackle, and he gets another yard, maybe 2 down to the 8.
Actually, it was a 3 tight end setup, Dave, as they had an addition. Wainwright was in the game. They had an additional tight end at one of the wing positions. So 2 tights and a wing. Once again, Ironhead, the sole running back, trying to run that right side, just take it in there, break it outside, and the Patriots shut them down again.
Well, the Saints trying to take advantage of this turnover. Now the Patriots are minus 14 in turnover ratio, by far worst in the NFL.
That's their 15th fumble turnover of the year.
Gain of a yard for Hayward. 3rd down and 8 from the 9-yard line. Saints are 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions. Hebert out of the shotgun with 4 wide receivers. Hilliard in the backfield with the Saints signal caller. Snap back in good shape. He looks to the left, looks to the right. Now may run. Stops at the 10, throws. Touchdown Saints in the end zone. And that is Quinn Early.
Well, good job by Bobby Hebert. He was able to step up in the pocket. Had a chance to run, but probably did the smart. I know he did the smart thing, because I don't think he felt like he could. If the linebackers then adjust and he could not get it into the end zone, he had plenty of time. Quinn just made an adjustment. He was on the right side and came all the way back. One thing the quarterback wants to be real careful of in this situation is running to your right and throwing back across the middle. But Bobby felt sure about it. Quinn did the smart thing in coming back toward Bobby. Still got the touchdown.
The end zone to our right, the south end zone. Morton Anderson has come on to attempt the point after. Barnhart to hold. Snap. Ball down. Kick in the air. It's good. Saints have struck first on a 3-play, 11-yard drive after the fallen fumble and recovery by Swilling. 4:59 left to go in the first quarter of play. The New Orleans Saints 7, the New England Patriots nothing. Proud sponsors of Saints Radio, your Southland Jeep and Eagle dealers. Remember, there's only one Jeep. 7-0 Saints first quarter. Now this for BC Powders.
Power, BC Power.
When your job gives you a powerful headache, you need the power of BC.
Power, BC Power.
In this auto body shop, you get a headache just walking in the door.
BC Power in the powder. The power of BC.
Somebody's hammering out dents over here or running a grinder over there. So there's always noise.
BC Power in the powder. The power of BC.
Then on top of that, there's fumes. Pretty soon your head starts pounding like a sledgehammer.
You need something to see you through, something strong so you feel like new.
Around here, there's headaches just looking for a place to happen. But BC knocks them right out.
BC Power in the powder, the power of BC.
When you need strong relief, BC stops pain fast.
The power of BC.
Use as directed.
Welcome back to Foxborough. If you've been putting off your car's oil change, do it now. Today's 4- and 6-cylinder cars are really tough on motor oils. Drive into Harold's Quick Lube in Laurel, Mississippi, and Frank Hilly's Quick Lube in Waveland, Mississippi, and get a complete Castrol GTX oil change. While you're there, register to win free Saints tickets. The job will be done fast and done right using Castrol, providing maximum protection against both viscosity and thermal breakdown.
Archie, I wonder if Quinn Early came over to Bobby on the bench and said, "That's the one I lost for you last week."
Quinn remarking this week about the long one that he dropped last week, said it was just too easy. It was too good a throw. It was too easy. Quinn did a nice job there. Boy, that's what a quarterback really appreciates when you get in trouble right there, and especially down that part of the field, is a receiver to work his way back to you.
John Vaughn and Walter Stanley deep to receive. Again, the Patriots moving into the wind here in the first period of play. Here's Morton Anderson's kickoff from the 35. There's a high end-over-end kick, and it carries to the 1-yard line where Vaughn takes it up to the 5, to the 10, gets outside 15, up to the 20, gets another block to the 30-yard line. About a 29-yard return for Vaughn after that kick from Morton, probably not getting to plant as well as he does on artificial surface and couldn't get it into the end zone.
Yeah, that's a part of it. You mentioned the field's a little slick, the grass is a little long, and with this cold weather, the ball doesn't compress either. Just like in Archie's golf game, when it's a little chilly, that ball just won't compress off the tee. And we haven't seen much of a kicking game here so far. Tommy, with a big wind to his back, hasn't really gotten off very good punts on the 2 times that he has tried either. So right now, the kicking game is still to find its range.
Out of the I formation, Cook, one of the tight ends, in a flanker position, in motion. Hodson, play action, back to pass, throws. It's caught by Cook at the 35 to the 36-yard line.
And there's one of the guys that's really a redeeming factor in this offense. Pat Swilling's upset with himself. He put a spin move and came free on Hodson and then lost his footing and wasn't able to get to Tommy. But Mark Cook is a fine tight end. He's caught 32 balls this season, and he caught 82 last year when he went to the Pro Bowl.
He's also scored 2 touchdowns. The tight end position has scored 4 of the Patriot touchdowns. They've all been through the air. No rushing touchdowns for this team.
Well, Hugh Millen, who's been starting most year at quarterback, and Tommy Hodson, very fortunate to have a tight end like Cook. When you're not getting good protection, it's good to have a tight end in the middle of the field you can dump it off to.
Cook in motion out of the slot to the right with 3 wide receivers. Hodson straight back to pass, and he'll be wrapped up and sacked, I believe, by Wayne Martin back at the 31-yard line.
Actually, the Saints came with a strong safety blitz, David. Brett Maxey timed it pretty well. He came running up from deep in the secondary, timed it just about the time of the snap. It was a good adjustment on the outside. I think the fullback, I think the tight end Cook maybe got a piece of him, but Tommy Hodson couldn't unload the ball, and Brett wisely got up and got his first sack of the year.
Little size difference there, huh? Wayne Martin, 6'5", 275. Maxey, 6'2", 190.
That'll be the Saints' 29th sack of the 92 season, and as I mentioned, Brett Maxey's first sack of the year.
So with apologies of Brett and a tip of the hat for the sack, it's 3rd down and 10. Split backs, out of the shotgun now. Hodson gets the snap, rolls to his right, looks, he throws as he's hit. It's underthrown and incomplete, intended for McMurtry.
And the first booze of the day for Tommy Hodson and this Patriot offense. We mentioned earlier, if they can't run the ball, it's going to be a very long day for him.
I kind of thought maybe the boos were because they thought it was interference down there. You always think they're booing the quarterback. You probably booed. You used to boo me, didn't you?
Yeah, you couldn't cheer in the press box with the Superdome, but you could boo. Booing was allowed, and a lot of people partook in that.
Sean McCarthy in to punt, standing at his own 15-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 31. McCarthy's had punts of 31 and 26 into the wind here in the first period. Saints shift on defense. Marcus Dowdell should have a chance to return this one. Snap back in good shape. Not a big rush by the Saints. Football will be received at the 36-yard line. Dowdell gets outside of a block, comes up the near side sideline, but is escorted out right at the 36-yard line. And there's a flag on the play. It was a very late flag.
That's the latest flag. If he calls a clip on Gene Atkins, that will be the latest flag that I've ever seen thrown in field, because 3 other officials watched it. Gene pulled up, did not hit the guy in the back, and then Dowdell had been run out of bounds. The play was over, and an official all the way down the field comes up and throws a flag. Unbelievable.
Let's see who they're going to call it on, if they will call it on Atkins. It almost looked like...
on the play.
Yeah.
First down.
Because, it almost looked like there was a clip on the very first block. You could hear the fans react to
Gene
that.
Atkins. That's what I was talking about.
On that very first one, he was going to throw something on that late, maybe. Well, anyway, they picked it up.
Johnny Grier, the referee, much to the displeasure of the fans here at Foxborough, says no penalty inflection on the play, so the Saints will start at their own 36. They've started at their own 9, their own 21, their own 11. This is their best field position, 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line. 3:15 remaining, first period. Saints lead 7-0 after Pat Swilling recovered fumble and an 11-yard drive. Wainwright in motion, fake handoff. Hebert back to pass, stands, looks, he throws, it's complete at the 41-yard line.
It's like
tight end Hobie Brenner.
Rare catch for Hobie Brenner, just his 6th of the season, only the 9th by Saints tight ends this year.
The Saints had 2 tight ends in the game. Actually, Wainwright split out beyond Eric Martin, but he went in motion. Play action pass, and Hobie on a little short crossing pattern gets a completion.
6 yards on the completion, 6 yards to Hobie Brenner, and it's 2nd down and 4.
Minnesota on top of Tampa Bay 14-0, and Miami leads Indianapolis 14-0.
Brenner tied in on the left. Hayward and Hilliard behind quarterback Bobby Hebert under center. Wide to the left is Quinn Early, and Eric Martin split wide to the right side. 5-man defensive front for the Patriots. The snap, fake handoff. Hebert back to pass again. Looks, throws over the middle. It's caught by Vaughn Dunbar over the middle at the 47 or 48-yard line. Enough for a first down. Vincent Brown on the tackle, but Dunbar was in there that time and gets the reception.
Well, Bobby trying to do a little business on the right side on a play-action passing attempt. Zone defense on the part of the Patriots, and they dropped in, took Eric Martin out of the play. Bobby had plenty of time, did the smart thing, just dumped it off to the faking back and got positive yardage.
You said it, Archie, having plenty of time. You know, the Patriots only have 9 sacks on the season. Bobby's only been dropped 9 times all year, and he's being well protected here again today.
3 tight ends in. Tice on the right, Brenner and Wainwright on the left. Hayward behind quarterback Bobby Hebert with Torrance Ball wide to the right. Hebert's back to pass. He eludes one would-be tackler and runs at the 50 and slides down to the 46-yard line. Pretty good game for Hebert. Roger Brown there to make sure Hebert doesn't go any further. It'll be second down and about 3 or 4 yards to go after Hebert scrambles.
Well, once again, the protection was good. Anytime you see 3 tight ends in the game and you run a passing play, it's going to be a play action probably. You're going to have some type of crossing routes. Hobie Brenner was the intended receiver, or the number 1 target, not there. But again, Bobby was able to find a little crease, get forward for plenty of yardage, and stays on schedule, faces about a 2nd and 2.
Officially, they'll call it a 7-yard scramble. Football is touching the 46-yard line. Second down from the 46. Wide receivers, 2 to the right and 1 to the left. A shift on the defensive line for the Patriots. Hebert under center with 1 running back behind him, and that is Vaughn Dunbar. Gets the handoff and gets running room, and the first down across the 40 down to the 38-yard line. That'll be a pickup of about 8 yards for Vaughn Dunbar with good blocking.
And you can see Vaughn protecting that football with both arms after that crucial fumble in the 3rd quarter last week against Tampa Bay. He didn't play the rest of that game, and very intent on holding onto the ball here today early.
Frank Wainwright getting a lot of playing time here in the initial half. Saints going with 3 tight ends, sometimes 2 tight ends. I believe the case now will be Brenner and Wainwright in at tight end spots. 2 wide receivers in a slot to the left, and Ironhead Hayward, the lone running back.
Dunbar the 7-yard run instead of 8. It's 1st and 10 at the 39. Hebert fake handoff to
wide open down the middle.
Yeah, and the pass is caught, and Saints will score the touchdown, and it's Quinn Early again at the 5-yard line. Nice call by the Saints. Wide open. Quinn Early, who slips and falls in the end zone.
Well, you could see it right on the snap of the ball. Either the Patriots blew the coverage or they're running a double zone where they're doubling the outside people. And Quinn Early, he was in that slot position to the left. The Saints faked the play action. It's about 3 out of 4 plays there where they've run a play action pass, and Quinn Early was wide open running down the middle of the field. Good throw by Bobby as he gets his 12th touchdown of the year.
And he faked feinting, probably thinking back to that wide open pass that he dropped last week and thanking lucky stars, which you can't see at the moment, that he held on to that one. 39-yard pass play from Hebert to Quinn Early, who scored twice here today. Here's the extra point, which is good, by Morton Anderson. That ends the first quarter on that play. Saints lead 14-0 at the end of the first period of play after Bobby Hebert's 39-yard touchdown pass to Quinn Early. At the end of the first quarter score, 14-0. Second quarter action next on the Saints Network.
These days in business, you have to look at problems as challenges. For instance, they cut my department's travel budget in half and said I had to keep sending out the same number of people. Okay, I accepted the challenge and found a solution. Southwest Airlines Friends Fly Free offer. You can buy 1 round-trip ticket at their low, unrestricted fare, and a friend flies with you free, anywhere Southwest Airlines flies. And friends aren't just spouses and pals. They're bosses and partners and clients, too. There's no advance purchase on a Friends Fly Free ticket either. Just make a reservation at least 24 hours in advance and stay over for 1 night. By the way, this offer doesn't include local airport taxes up to $12 round trip each. If your plans change at the last minute, Southwest Friends Fly Free tickets are fully refundable. And although seats are limited right now, they're available all week long. Friends Fly Free only on Southwest Airlines. It's the perfect solution to cut your business budget or to turn a short business trip into a long weekend. Call 1-800-I-FLY-SWA. It's just plain smart.
For 2 years, I've been a heavyweight champion. Evander Holyfield, world champion. His next fight is against Riddick Bowe. This is a fight I won. Bowe is undefeated. He's bigger and stronger than Holyfield, and he can knock him out with either hand. Bowe says he's going to be the next heavyweight champion. I say he's just going to be next. Will Bowe be the next champion, or just next?
Budweiser presents Holyfield versus Bo Heavyweight Championship. Friday, November 13th, the Mirage, Las Vegas. See it live on pay-per-view.
Or watch the fight at the President Casino in Biloxi.
Welcome back to Foxborough. Saints leading 14-0 after the first period. This game is brought to you by Ford Quality Care, proud sponsor of Saints Radio. It may be your car, but it's still our baby. Ford Quality Care, another proud sponsor. Sears Brand Central, the brands you want at the store you trust.
Saints on top 14-0, leading first downs 4-1. Rushing yardage 32-22. Saints lead passing yardage 59-5. Bobby Hebert off to a great start, 4 out of 5. This Tommy Hodson is 1 for 5. Of course, the Pats had a costly turnover, the fumble by John Vaughn.
Hebert's 39-yard pass to Early capped a 5-play, 64-yard drive that ended the first period. Here's Morton Anderson's kickoff against the wind here in the second period of play, and it goes out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
Kickoff out of bounds. The ball will be placed at the 35-yard line.
So the Patriots have good field position to start the second period. 14:55 remaining in the first half now. After that kickoff hit the ground and went out of bounds. 14-0 Saints.
On that touchdown, Archie, did it look like one of the safeties blew the coverage?
I think so. Poole was coming over from the side. I don't think it was his coverage. I think no one took the deep middle and Quinn Early running wide open.
Split backfield. Handoff goes to the second man through. That's Leonard Russell sweeping to the left. He cannot get outside. He was stopped behind the line of scrimmage. Now escorted out of bounds. That's line of scrimmage to 35. He'll lose yardage.
That's a bad-looking running play right there. That play set up, I think, to take it in the backfield, try to get it out wide. He gave too much ground. The blocking was no good. You just shouldn't lose, 3 or 4 yards on a running play.
Also, one of the guys blocking for him is John Stevens, who's a former tailback himself. He sort of ate himself out of the position. They've switched him to fullback now, and he's not much of a lead blocker. He's probably still more comfortable as a tailback than a fullback.
What a rookie sensation he was. And look at that this year. 29 carries, 95 yards.
Second down and 12 from the 33 after the 2-yard loss. Man in motion from right to left is Greg McMurtry. Now he turns around, fake handoff, bootleg roll to the near side, almost sacked. Hodson throws, caught by McMurtry. He tackles himself at the 35, tries to get back up and cannot get any more yardage. Sam Mills is there to make sure.
Well, this is just what the Saints wanted to do. Make it ugly early, and it's getting ugly early for the Patriots.
Yeah, I know it's going through the defensive people's minds now. How did Frank Warren say it this week? Race to the quarterback.
That's right. Ricky's mad at himself. He just thought he had a sack on Hodson that he missed. Swilling missed one earlier. Warren missed one earlier. They could have 3 more sacks, really, at this point of the game, and there are 13 minutes and 50 seconds left to play in the second quarter.
You know, that's the play the 49ers use so well, where they fake the pitch and no one really blocks on the linebacker, just fools it. Ricky is very seldom fooled by that play.
John Stevens, the back, along with Hodson out of the shotgun with 3 wide receivers to the left. There's a linebacker, or rather a safety blitz on by the Saints. A long pass thrown to McMurtry, incomplete, out of bounds. It'll be 4th down coming up and 11 from the 34-yard line.
Well, this is more than we've seen the Saints use the safety blitz probably in any game so far this early. Is that because of the problems they're having along their offensive line?
Jim, I think they're just giving them a lot of different wrinkles. That was a safety blitzing, but it really wasn't a safety blitz. Brett Maxey was actually in as a middle linebacker, so it was really just a middle linebacker coming, but Brett, being a defensive back, had taken his position. Actually, he was picked up, too, by one of the guards of New England.
McCarthy has punts of 31, 26, and 33. Stands at his own 25. The line of scrimmage, the 34. Dowdell will return this one. He fumbles it, picks it back up. Loose football to 15. Patriots have the best shot at it. Now it's still loose and picked up. Patriots recover at the 8-yard line. Dowdell fumbles the punt. Roger Brown spikes the football after recovering, and it looks as though Marcus Dowdell is injured on the play. Saints will have to play defense against the Patriots, 1st and goal at the 8.
Well, who was that in this booth that said the Saints are having an easy time of it?
Things can sure change in the kicking game, and for poor Marcus, He came back pretty strongly last week after that debacle in Phoenix when he muffed 3 of them, but now another costly muff here, and this time the Saints aren't able to cover it. It's the Patriots who have it all the way down to the 8-yard line of New Orleans, and Dowdell, I believe, is still shaken up at the 12-yard line.
48-yard punt and then the fumble. First and goal at the 8 for the Patriots. There's timeout, 13-17 left to go first half. You're listening to Saints football.
Exxon Shop salutes the 26th Saints season with special savings they're passing on to you. Save with the Tiger all season long. Stop in your local convenient Exxon Shop near you and stock up on plenty of Lipton tea. Try the new Lipton Original Fresh Brewed Iced Tea in 16-ounce bottles for only 99 cents. The only real brewed tea available at all participating Exxon shops. Rely on the Tiger. Rely on your Exxon shops. Stock up on plenty of 2-ounce bags of assorted Zap chips. Now 2 for 99 cents at all participating Exxon shops. Prices may vary at participating locations. Interstate Ford introduces a new sales concept. Non-negotiable prices. No pressure, no gimmicks, no haggling. The reduced price of every vehicle is clearly marked, like several 1992 convertibles fully equipped for as low as $10,990, or a brand new 92 F-150 pickup truck fully loaded for only $10,995. Come try our no-hassle, no-haggle, one-price concept at Interstate Ford on Veterans Boulevard between Causeway and Cleary in Metairie. Prices plus tax and license, rebates applied, vehicle subject to prior sale.
Hey, George, I heard you just purchased a new heat pump. Yeah, Bill had it installed last week. Why in the world did you buy a heat pump? Well, a heat pump's one piece of equipment that provides comfortable heating and cooling with just the flick of a switch. And for each unit of electricity that goes in, you get 3 units of heat out. I mean, it's like getting a $100 value for only $33. George, where'd you get your heat pump? We got it from a contractor member of Louisiana Heat Pump Association. And if you're interested in moving up to the heat pump, just call 1-800-537-4255. They'll provide you with a list of qualified member contractors in your area.
Hi, CJ Superstar Morgan here. Saints fan and personal friend of all the Saints players, right, Pat?
Hi, this is Pat Swilling. CJ Morgan, you a fool.
Okay, so maybe not that close. For more music, more money, and more fun, it's CJ and Company mornings on Q93.
The Saints are on Q93.
Team trainers and doctors still attending to Marcus Dowdell after he had fumbled the punt and injured at about the 13-yard line. That'll give us a chance to tell you about our first Halo Hall of Fame clue this week. Here it is. Though I was born in Brooklyn, New York, I played collegiately for North Carolina State and later for 2 Saints coaches in a memorable season. Who am I? You think you know this Halo Hall of Famer? Mail your entry or postcard to Southwest Airlines Halo Hall of Fame Contest, 111 Veterans Boulevard, Suite 704, Metairie, Louisiana, 70005. And congratulations to Mrs. Lynn Hare of Gaydon, Louisiana, who was our first correct entry drawn the Southwest Airlines Halo Hall of Fame Contest, and correctly named Joe Windrahosky as our 5th Saints Halo Hall of Famer. Yep, he actually was. Southwest Airlines and the Saints Network send our best to Lynn and to Joe Windrahosky.
Well, Marcus is really in some pain as he comes to the sideline, escorted by Dean Feinschmidt. So he comes to the sideline, and the Patriots try to capitalize on the first break for them of this game.
High formation, Stevens and Russell behind quarterback Hodson. Irving Fryer in motion from right to left. Cook is the tight end on the right. Handoff Russell trying to get outside and will. He'll score to the 5 to the goal line in the end zone for the touchdown.
Good-looking running play on the part of the Patriots. 2 tight ends in the game. They got the ball to Russell. He broke it outside. Looked like Ricky Jackson got hooked. Then Sam Mills didn't get around fast enough to fill on the outside. Russell turned the corner and got in the end zone. That's his first touchdown of the season. The first rushing touchdown of the season for the Patriots right here in Week 9.
Bauman in to kick the extra point. And it'll be Hodson to hold at the 10-yard line in the end zone to our right. It's 14-6 after the fumble and first and goal from the 8. Patriots score on the first play. The point after is good. Timeout on the field, 13-12 remaining in the first half. Saints lead cut in half. It's now 14-7. Saints leading the Patriots. With timeout, you're listening to Saints football.
License uncluded, ranking according to Chrysler. Car buyers! Right now's the best time to buy a new car or truck at Ray Brand Dodge. Now through Saturday, get the 93 3/4-ton high-top conversion van for $15,995, or the low-top conversion van for $14,995, and the 92 full-size D150 pickup is $10,995. There's only room in this town for one Dodge dealer, Ray Brand Dodge. The rest, get out of Dodge!
Steve Stonebreaker for Tabasco brand products.
I spent most of my NFL career as a linebacker. Now that I have my own restaurant, you could say I went from bruising and breaking ribs to serving the world's best baby back ribs. Like a good game plan, a good recipe has to contain all the right ingredients. At Stonebreaker's Restaurant in Metairie, we proudly feature Tabasco Bloody Mary mix and Tabasco sauce. We always make Tabasco a part of our lineup at Stonebreaker's. It's a Louisiana legend.
How do I pick my number?
The number of chocolate chip cookies I bake every day.
I use my girlfriend's area code.
Wherever you get your numbers from, you can win $500 with Pick 3. And it couldn't be easier to play. All you have to do is pick 3 numbers between 0 and 9. Then watch the drawings every night at 9:59. So play Pick 3. And remember, it doesn't matter where you get your numbers from.
I use my height, 5'11".
I just let the computer pick them.
Pick 3. Play every day, get lucky every night.
Proud sponsors of Saints football, Pennzoil and Gum Out, both available at all Walmarts. Quality products, Pennzoil and Gum Out. One play, 8-yard drive. Leonard Russell, the 8-yard run, picks up the second first down of the day for the Patriots and cuts the score in half, 14-7. Bauman to kick off.
Got this crowd a little excited. Good crowd here today.
Yeah, it really is a good crowd. They expected around 50,000.
That's a lot for the Patriots.
It really is.
Bauman, a free agent pickup in 91, second-year player out of West Virginia, actually played with Ronaldo Turnbull there. Here's his kickoff with the win. And this one is not a great kickoff either. It's taken at the 7-yard line with the juke up to the 10, up to the 15, up to the 20, up to the 30-yard line, and finally down. And that was not Dalton Hilliard returning the kick. That was
Vaughn Dunbar. And that shows, too, the fact that Dalton is becoming more the first down, second down, third down back, where Vaughn Dunbar before, when he was the starter, was not returning kicks, and Dalton was. Now that Dalton has more or less supplanted him in the lineup, they've switched roles in the kicking game.
Nice return by Vaughn Dunbar. Cleveland on top of Houston, 10-0. Second quarter, Philadelphia leads the Raiders 3-0. And Dallas on top of Detroit, 14-0.
Dunbar, the only running back behind Hebert. In the slot to the left, Eric Martin, who's yet to catch a pass today. Wide to the left is Quinn Early. Wesley Carroll is split wide to the right side. One running back, fake handoff, goes to Dunbar. Hebert back to pass, throws over the middle. It was intended for Torrance Small, but thrown behind him, incomplete. Second down and 10 from the 30, David Poole defending.
Yeah, it was a slot to the left side. Small was the only receiver back on the backside on the right. Bobby, once again, play action fake, setting up to his left, looking there and trying to throw back at Torrance Small, and throws behind him, as you mentioned, Dave.
Dalton Hilliard laid into the lineup and dropped his mouthpiece. From the 30-yard line. Draw play. Wrapped up, drop for a loss at the 27-yard line. Good defensive play by David Howard, and a loss on the play.
Yeah, he nearly decapitated Dalton Hilliard. He came in and hit him high. Howard coming on a blitz, it looked like, and just hit Dalton as immediately as he got his hands on the football. He was lucky to maintain possession of that ball with this hit.
Well, David Howard playing in the place of Chris Singleton today, one of the many injured players from the Patriots. Howard, an old USFL player, was with the Vikings, bounced around the last couple of years.
Small, widest to the right. Early, slot to the right. Martin, slot to the right. Wide to the left, Wesley Carroll out of the shotgun with Hilliard in the backfield with Hebert. Third down and 13 from the 27. Hebert to pass, looks, he throws. It's caught by Hilliard in the flat. Tries to juke a player at the 32, and then it's wrapped up by David Howard again. No first down. Saints will have to punt it.
Well, it looked as though Bobby had plenty of protection. He had 3 receivers over to the right side. Elected to come back over to the left and throw short of the first down to Dalton Hilliard, who couldn't escape from the linebackers who dropped into the zone defense, and Barnhart will have to punt it away into the wind.
Barnhart with the wind has punts of 44 and 42. He punts into the wind with Walter Stanley to receive, and Lyon drives this one. Stanley gets it at the 35, up to the 40, gets outside up to the 44-yard line, and he's wrapped up there with a good shoestring tackle by Frank Wainwright. So we'll pause for these messages with 11 and a half minutes left in the first half of play. Patriots have the football and trailing the Saints by a touchdown. It's 14-7. Saints lead in this contest. There's timeout. You're listening to Saints football.
Okay, so what do you do with a job you hate and a boss that sucks, right? Well, I don't know what you do with them, but I know at lunchtime what you really can do is tune into the Oldies All Request Lunch Hour.
It's a radio show designed specifically with you in mind. That's right. Call us up, 260-9393, or fax us at 553-2002. Happens right here, 12 noon on Q93. Remember, it's the oldies, all request lunch hour.
Silver Bullet is the right beer now. Brought to you by Coors Light, the crisp tasting beer that's mountains above the rest. Remember to reach for the Silver Bullet when there's no room for filling up.
The trend this election year has changed. How about your present sales position? Is it an advancing industry with a product for the future? If you have any concerns about your future, you should call Mr. Michaels at 464-1717. He represents First Communications, a locally owned office, telephone, and equipment company. First Communications needs aggressive, sales-minded, future-sighted individuals with a will to earn and learn. Call Mr. Michaels, 464-1717. 464-1717. First Communications Company.
C.J. Morgan here with a quick reminder that on Mondays, C.J. and Company, I'll open up the apology line and give you a chance to win your very own blues bouquet from Key Floral. It's Apology Monday with C.J. and Company on Mo Music, Mo Money, Q93.
The Saints are on Q93.
We're back to action. Patriots 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Russell and Stevens behind quarterback Hodson, who looks at a four-man defensive front on 1st and 10. With 3 wide receivers, 2 are to the right. Two-step drop, back to pass, looks in the flat, throws. It's caught by Fryer and quickly out of bounds at the 49-yard line. That's about a 4 or 5 yard gain.
Nice adjustment by Irving Fryer. I think that was supposed to be a quicker pass, possibly a hitch move. Saints had taken it away as Tommy Hodson stayed with Irving Fryer. He just adjusted his route, took it back outside. They got a nice little 5-yard completion.
Up to the 49-yard line, it's 2nd down and 5 from the 49. Fryer splits wide to the left, McMurtry to the right. Offset backfield behind Hodson this time on 2nd down and 6. Man in motion, McMurtry from right to left. Handoff goes to Russell with a flag on the play. 2 flags on the play. He crosses the 50-yard line and is bowled over at about the 47. We'll read one flag thrown by the umpire and the other thrown by the head linesman.
Yeah, I think it would definitely be 2 separate penalties. Maybe both. One of them will be holding on the offense.
And Johnny Breyer will tell us in a moment. False start on the offense is 1 penalty called.
So that's a double dip on the Patriots there.
And the other holding, yes. So the Saints will take the more costly of the penalties.
We have 2 fouls on the offense. The illegal formation, offense, men not up on the line of scrimmage. Holding, 77, offense. The illegal formation is declined.
Pat Harlow, the guilty party, who's playing left tackle today instead of right tackle because of the injury problems on the line.
CBS taking a shot of Dante Scarnecchia on the sideline, the special teams and tight end coach who's filling in for Dick McPherson. Hank Stram had a good line to us down on the field before the game. Remember what he said?
We'll get back to it in a minute.
Fryer or McMurtry in motion out of the slot to the left. It's 2nd down and 16 after the penalty. Handoff to Russell, juking players in the backfield, and he only gets up to the 40-yard line. That's a gain of 2 yards. Up to the 40 after the penalty mark-off.
Dante Scarnecchia's been around for a while. Hank Stram knew him. He got ready to do an interview with him for CBS. And he said, Dante, how many people you think turned down this job before they offered it to you? Dante kind of looked like Steve Martin to you.
A little bit. Without the rabbit ears, there's still a resemblance.
It'll be a gain of a couple. 3rd down and 14 from the 40-yard line after that 2-yard maneuver by Russell.
Shotgun formation. Yeah. 4 wide receivers, 1 back. This is really the situation as Tommy Hodson does not want to get his team in against the Saints today. 3rd and long.
Hodson will be sacked after the snap, and making the sack was Frank Warren, who said there would be a race to the quarterback today, and there's a flag on the play.
2nd sack of the day as we have it for the Saints. Frank Warren along with Brett Maxey, who came on the safety blitz in the 1st quarter.
It'll probably go against the Patriots.
Illegal motion. Number 69, offense, is declined. 4th down.
Frank Warren's 3rd sack of the 92 campaign.
The loss.
Number 31 for the Saints.
Loss was 8 yards, so it's 4th down and 22 back at the 32-yard line after Frank Warren's sack.
And for the Saints, they now have 30 on the season. The Cincinnati Bengals leading the NFL with 30 coming into today's play.
We'll check the new punt returner as McCarthy is in to punt. The line of scrimmage, the 32-yard line. And back to receive this punt and returning it now is Vince Buck. After he gets it at the 25, he gets outside up to the 30-yard line and is knocked out of bounds, and a little scuffle ensues here on the near side sideline.
Bad place to start a fight for the Patriots.
Yeah, you know what?
Wrong sideline.
The Saints realized the problems Vince Buck's overcome injury-wise, the serious neck injury last year, and Stan Brock took exception to a late hit on Buck. It looked like they tried to spear Buck on the sideline, and Stan jumped right in the face of the Patriot, protecting his teammate.
Here goes Roger Brown.
There is a flag sitting at the 27-yard line. It appears to be against the Saints.
Illegal block. Number 92 doing the run back.
After the 44-yard punt, the illegal block occurs at the 27-yard line. They'll mark off the penalty, and we'll tell you more in a moment. This game's brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the 7th largest airline in America, offering over 1,200 daily departures to 33 destinations at the lowest unrestricted fares. Southwest Airlines, it's just plain smart. 9:22 remaining first half. Saints have the football at their own 17-yard line, leading 14-7. Now this for Popeye. On the heels of the team's first ever NFC West Division Championship, you can still get the copy of Saga of the Saints, the illustrated history of the first 25 seasons, available by phone by calling 1-800-358-1950 or at finer bookstores like B. Dalton Booksellers. Wayne Mack, longtime Louisiana sports journalist, covered the NFL team on a daily basis since its inception, wrote the book, 200 photos plus a special chapter containing a quarter century of records and stats at Saga of the Saints, 1-800-358-1950. First and 10 Saints at their own 17-yard line after the penalty mark-off. Split backfield for the Saints behind Bobby Hebert. And that's Hayward and Dunbar. Wide receivers right and left. Early to the left. Torrance Small wide to the right. Hebert a long signal count. Handoff goes to Hayward. Crosses the 17. Gets up to the 20. A 3-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 7. And we'd like to invite the fans to come into any participating Popeyes and pick up the official 92 Saints bumper sticker. Each has a coupon good for Popeyes menu items, the Saints Super Sweepstakes entry form, and the 92 schedule. Pick one up today at Popeyes. 2nd and 7 from the 20-yard line. When Early splits wide to the right side. Eric Martineau in there. He splits wide to the left out of the I formation this time. Fine quarterback Bobby Hebert, second man through as Vaughn Dunbar spins free of a tackle at the 20 and gains to the 24, a 4-yard gain before he's tackled by Vincent Brown at the inside linebacker position. It'll be 3rd down and 3, and the Saints are 1 for 4 on 3rd downs today.
Nearly tripped up by Tim Edwards in the backfield. Vaughn this week speaking in the paper saying that he expected to break loose today, that he thought he was going to have a big game. He said that in the past and not been able to do it, but he's truly frustrated.
You know where Tim Edwards is from, don't you?
Tim Edwards, I believe, is from Delta State.
I thought you'd say Ole Miss. Delta State's in Mississippi, Cleveland, Mississippi.
That's right.
Early and Martin to the right. Small and Carroll to the left. Hebert out of the shotgun. Dalton Hilliard in the backfield with Bobby, and he stands in position, throws right over the middle, and it's a 1st and 10 for the Saints with the catch made by Eric Martin at the 33-yard line.
Well, I don't know how he got that ball in there. And for Eric, that allows him to catch a pass now in his 82nd straight game as a Saint.
Let's pause 15 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Saints football.
CJ and Company in the morning.
The Oldies All Request Lunch Hour.
AVD.
The All Request and Dedication Party.
93 in a row.
More money.
And now the Saints. You're listening to Q93, WQUE-FM New Orleans, the FM station for the New Orleans Saints.
9-yard pass to Martin. It's 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. 2 wide receivers to the right. Wainwright in the flanker left in motion to the right. Fake handoff, a roll to the right. Bobby Hebert to pass. He lobs it to Eric Martin at the 50, to the 45. And he stepped out of bounds at the 40-yard line. Good pass play and a nice touch on the ball that time by Bobby Hebert.
It really was, David. A well-executed pass play. The Saints fake one way, kind of bootleg back to the other way, and they flooded the zone over there. Wainwright had the short flat. Eric Martin crossing the field in the intermediate zone. A clear out by the wide receiver. Number 99, David Howard, kind of got caught up in the fake, didn't get deep enough drop on his zone defense, and Bobby threw it right over his head for a big completion.
Looked like Wainwright was open, too.
Yeah, but see, it makes sense. You would know about it as quarterback. If you could get a 20-yard pass, you take that instead of a 3-yard pass.
Better?
Well, it helps your stats. It makes those sticks on the sideline move.
That's important.
You're learning.
5th first down for the Saints. A 28-yard pass to Eric Martin. 1st and 10 at the 38-yard line. Handoff goes to Dunbar. Second man through, and he gains down to the 35-yard line. A quick 3-yard gain. Eugene Lockhart makes the tackle.
You know, you can see plays develop, and I guess it's an awful lot harder down there, but right there you see one step more by Dunbar. He shakes that tackle, and he's got a long game. He's just not able to get past that first guy that he has to make something really happen.
Exactly right.
Why is that? Why don't you do something about it?
It's 2nd down and 6 at the 35. A 4-yard gain by Vaughn Dunbar. Quinn Early wide left. Small is wide to the right. Dunbar and Hayward behind quarterback Bobby Hebert. He fakes the handoff, steps back to pass, looks down the field, throws, and it's underthrown and incomplete. Pass was intended for Quinn Early. Good defense that time. Maurice Hurst was there, but the ball was underthrown. It's 3rd down and 6.
Well, once again, a good fake by Bobby Hebert. He sets in the pocket. Excellent protection. Just all day to look around and throw the football. Crossing route to Quinn Early. And I think Bobby just doesn't get enough on the ball. Just throws a poor pass here. Really got plenty of time. You know what he did? He didn't step and throw the ball. He had plenty of time. He saw him crossing. He just armed it out there. Didn't get anything behind it. It fell short.
Saints are 2 for 5 on 3rd down conversions. It's 3rd down and 6 from the 35-yard line. 4 wide receivers, 3 to the right. Hilliard in the backfield with Hebert. Out of the shotgun. Back to pass. Throws over the middle. Caught by Torrance Small at the 30. Oh, he gets the first down to the 26-yard line with the nice lean and breaking the tackle of Maurice Hurst.
Good point, David. Once again, Bobby well protected in the pocket all day. Hits that crossing pattern to Torrance Small. But then Small knew where the first down marker was. Lowered his left shoulder and just went for it and got a big first down for the Saints.
On the last 2 3rd downs, the Saints have hit 9-yard pass plays. Once to Martin, the other to Torrance Small. 6th first down of the game. 1st and 10. Now at the 26-yard line.
Boy, the pass protection has never been better.
Or maybe the rush has never been worse.
There's a flanker to the right. 3 tight ends in the lineup. Fort's playing the tight end on the left side. Torrance Small wide to the left. Offset backfield. Hilliard and Hayward. Long signal count by Hebert. 5-man defense in front. Handoff goes to Hilliard.
Didn't get it off in time.
They didn't get it off in time. That's right. He juked a player and stopped. Of course, we do not have big ears.
Delay. Offense. Still first down.
And did not hear the whistle.
Twice a day, Bobby's let the clock run out. Get 5 yards. Bring them back 5. 1st and 15.
This is something the Saints routinely do anyway, though, don't they? I mean, he really does milk that 45-second clock, and you pointed out earlier, here in this stadium, the clock is not directly behind the goalpost as it is in the Superdome. You kind of have to look around for it.
It's set up high to the left. I'm sure by now he knows where it is. But Bobby does like to let it go down many times to 3, 2, 1, but twice a day he's let it run out.
1st and 15 from the 31. Martin wide right, or wide left, Early wide right. Handoff goes to the second man through, Vaughn Dunbar, and he gets yardage down to the 30-yard line. Line of scrimmage was the 31. He may have gotten across the 30. Vincent Brown on the tackle.
He may get Chris Port for a late hit. Port in at left tackle for Richard Cooper this quarter. A lot of pushing and shoving going on.
And a flag has been thrown, as Archie had indicated.
That's going to go against them. Personal foul. They got the guy who retaliated after Port continued to block as the play was whistled dead.
Personal foul. Unnecessary roughness. Number 99, defense.
That's
first down.
Yeah, that's David Howard.
So the gain only 2 yards down to the 29, but the Saints will pick up their 7th first down after the penalty.
One of the fans down here telling us how he really feels about it.
Beautiful.
Minnesota, how about Dennis Green, the job he's done with the Vikings? 21-0 over Tampa Bay. Eagles take a 10-0 lead over the Raiders. Detroit kicks a field goal. They trail Dallas 14-3, and the Giants on top of Green Bay 13-7.
Martin wide right. Early wide left, I formation. Dunbar gets the pitch, sweeping to the left, cuts it up at the 15, runs into a tackler at the 13, and is bowled over by 2 more. Oh, I thought he was going to get outside.
Yeah, Jim, David, I think that's the case, just what Jim was talking about. Looks like he got to turn the corner, and then he was going to get outside, but he ran right into the back of his blockers instead of, he's just not real patient when he gets the ball and gets in the secondary.
Vincent Brown on the tackle, along with a couple of others. It's a 2-yard gain, second down along 8 from the 12-yard line. Football just downfield from the 13. Torrance Ball wide to the right this time. Martin in the slot to the left with Early wide to the left. One running back behind quarterback Bobby Hebert under center. That's Dalton Hilliard. From the 12-yard line, a very long signal count. Play clock to 5. Hebert fakes, rolls to his right, throws back to Hilliard, wide open at the 5. Touchdown, Saints!
Boy, was that a nicely designed play. It looked like they had flooded the area off to the right. Archie, you can correct me if I'm wrong, where he looked before and found his receiver earlier in this drive. Then he looked back to his left, and nobody was on Dalton Hilliard standing by himself about the 5-yard line.
Well, exactly. And see, Dalton Hilliard's the man he faked to. And so many times you fake to a back, then the linebackers reckon there's always a play action. He dropped on deeper into the zone. I think David Howard blew the coverage. I think he's so concerned with hitting somebody, doing a lot of talking out there, he's not covering anyone. Don't tell him I said it.
Here's the extra point. High snap. Barnhart gets it down, and Wharton gets it through. 10 plays, 83 yards, a 12-yard pass to Dalton Hilliard, the score. 3:27 remaining in the first half, and the Saints have opened up a 2-touchdown lead. It's 21-7, Saints over the Patriots. Dave Garrett along with Archie Manning and Jim Henderson, and don't forget our Popeyes Pop of the Game is coming up. Later on this contest, we'll be picking that outstanding hit. That player next week will designate a local charity to receive $500.
Hey, that's 3 touchdown passes by Bobby Hebert in the first half of this game, boys.
Number 11, 12, and 13. Bobby has 13 touchdown passes now. Came into this game with 10 of each touchdowns and interceptions. Enjoying an excellent day. Well protected. High percentage throws.
He doesn't have any grass stains on his uniform except for that one scramble when he slid down after gaining some positive yardage.
That really takes the fun out of quarterbacking, you know.
You know what the difference is? You look at Hebert, and he's got those grass stains on his knees from sliding down after a positive gain. They always used to be on your back.
Hebert is hit early on a 9-yard scoring strike. Another pass to Early for 39 yards for a score. And just now to Hilliard for 12 yards for the score. New England has scored after a Saints fumble. A fumble punt. Roger Brown recovered at the 8, and Leonard Russell in one play ran it from the 8 for the Patriots score. It's 21-7. Back deep to receive, John Vaughn and Walter Stanley for this kickoff coming up for Morton Anderson into the wing. No touchbacks today, correct?
Not yet.
Nope. 3:27 remaining in the first half. 21-7, Saints lead. Here comes Morton up to the football that blew off the tee, and he'll reset it. Winds are gusting out of the north. The field is a true north-south field. It's snow flurries this morning, then sunshine, then clouds and 39 degrees, and expected snow this afternoon now. Here's the kickoff, a line drive kick by Morton Anderson. It's taken by Stanley at the 2, to the 5, up to the 10, to the 15, to the 20, up to the 23 before he's wrestled to the turf.
Good coverage on the part of the Saints.
And getting up off the stack,
James Williams, I think that came up from the bottom of the pile.
It was. James Williams, backup linebacker for the Saints, made the wrap-up tackle. At the 24-yard line, it'll be 1st and 10 Pats.
Saints bring in their 3-4 linemen, which they're going with on 1st and 2nd down today. Looks like Pete Goff may be in now at the right defensive end spot for Frank Warren. Wilkes back in at nose guard.
You see Coneheads with no shirts right to our left, and alcohol does strange things to people. At the 24-yard line, Turner and Vaughn behind quarterback Hodson, who looks at a 4-man front. Handoff goes to John Vaughn, who fumbled earlier, and he gains across the 25 up to the 27 and 28. Gain is to the 28, so it's a 4-yard gain. So we're entertained by, I don't know what you want to call it. You guys, Jim, you're the descriptive one.
Well, they are the Coneheads, that's for sure. And you mentioned it, David. They are shirtless. Some would say perhaps brainless at this point.
Anything to get on television, I guess. We'll get a mention on the opposing network. 2nd down and 6 from the 28-yard line. Hodson under center, back to pass. Throws over the middle. Caught by Fryer. He is killed on the play, but he holds on. 1st down at the 49-yard line. He was blistered by Gene Atkins, but Fryer makes a worldly catch.
Well, Irvin Fryer has really turned his football career around. A lot of problems early in his years in the league, always a lot of talent. That's a timing route on a 5-step drop by Tommy Hodson. They throw the post pattern in there, and he really pays the price as Gene Atkins sticks it to him, but he holds on to the football. Good throw, good catch.
Now there's Gene trying to get that Popeyes Pop of the Week again, and he just might have it.
He's in contention.
21-yard pass play to Irving Fryer from the 28 up to the 49-yard line, and we have now reached the 2-minute warning. Timeout with the 2-minute warning. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 49-yard line. New England on the move. With timeout, Saints lead 21-7. This is New Orleans Saints football.
The Silver Bullet is the right beer now. Brought to you by Coors Light, the crisp tasting beer that's mountains above the rest. Remember to reach for the Silver Bullet when there's no room for filling up.
Hi there, it's me again, Q93's Midday Guy, LBJ. Yeah, I'm plugging something again. This time, it's our game we play. At 11:15 every day, it's called Star Quiz. We give the clues, you give the answers. It's that simple.
This female singer's new album includes a song that was inspired by Sly and the Family Stone's hit, Thank You for Letting Me Be Myself. In 1988, this veteran male singer recorded an entire album of duets called Soul Men with Lou Rawls.
We made our getaway. I said, away we go.
The 2 lead singers of this group are featured on the title tune of Heavy D and the Boys' latest album, Peaceful Journey.
See, the clues aren't tough at all. Join us Monday through Friday, 11:15 for Star Quiz on More Music, More Money, Q93. Okay, so what do you do with a job you hate and a boss that sucks, right? Well, I don't know what you do with them, but I know at lunchtime what you really can do is tune into the Oldies All Request Lunch Hour.
Oh, yes, wait a minute, Mr. Boatman.
It's a radio show designed specifically with you in mind. That's right. Call us up, 260-9393, or fax us at 553-2002. Happens right here, 12 noon on Q93. Remember,
The Saints are on Q93.
The 49-yard line for the Patriots, man in motion, Michael Timpson from right to left. Fryer wide to the left, back to pass. Hodson being rushed, throws it to Irving Fryer, complete at the 46-yard line. Good for a 5-yard gain, and Fryer had to dive to make the catch, so no tackle necessary. It's 2nd down and 5.
Drop back pass crossing pattern. I think Tommy Hodson wanted to get the ball to his tight end, Marv Cook, but he got some pressure, had to move to his left, and just dumped it off to Fryer.
No huddle this time. And hurrying to get out of the lineup is John Vaughn. A flanker and 2 wideouts to the left, a wide receiver to the right out of the shotgun on 2nd down and 5. Hodson throws over the middle. It's caught by Fryer at the 39. Beg your pardon, that is Greg McMurtry. 1st down at the 39-yard line.
Saints dropping back into zone defense. Vaughn Johnson right there to make the tackle after the completion to McMurtry. Patriots are moving, though.
Pass good for 7 yards. 1st and 10 at the Saints' 39-yard line. Out of the shotgun with no huddle. Hodgson to pass again. He throws as he's hit by Jackson. It's intended for Turner, but that ball was a dying duck, and I think it's called incomplete.
Yeah, it'll go incomplete, but Ricky Jackson really nailed Tommy just as he released the football. The ball went probably about 3 or 4 yards wobbling.
Now, wait a minute. They're having a discussion now at the 37-yard line. Was it a fumble? If it was, it's a 1-yard gain on the fumble. If not, they'll move it back to the line of
That's an
scrimmage.
incomplete pass.
Ricky Jackson is really providing a lesson to the first-round draft choice Eugene Chung out of Virginia Tech. He's forced to play at tackle now, and Ricky is really giving him a workover. Just threw him out of his way that time to get to the quarterback.
Complete pass. 2nd down.
Well, you're right as usual, Archie, but they did have to discuss it.
Ricky gets a little break. Turnbull will take his place on the 4-man rush.
2nd and 10 from the 39-yard line. 56 seconds remaining in the first half.
Saints with 6 defensive backs in the game against this 4-receiver set of the Patriots.
3 to the right, 1 to the left out of the shotgun. Snap back in good shape. Hodgson stands at the 47 being rushed. He throws incomplete. Intended for Cook at the 39, which would have been back at the line of scrimmage, but it skates incomplete.
Well, another good pass rush on the part of the Saints. Les Miller and Ronaldo Turnbull right in the face of Tommy Hodgson. Forces him to be off target in his short throw to Marv Cook.
So from the 39, it's 3rd down and 10, and today New England is 0 for 5 on 3rd down conversions. 52 seconds, 4 ticks of the clock wasted on that incompletion. Pryor splits wide to the left. Timpson and McMurtry.
Well, the Patriots may look at this as 4-down territory. I don't think they want to punt it away and not really in field goal range.
3rd and 10 out of the shotgun, being pressured and sacked back at the 46-yard line. Saints get another sack. Football came loose.
I think Pat Swilling may get credit for this sack.
Yep.
Swilling is begging for the fumble instead of the sack. Well, he'd get the sack,
he'd prefer
too.
the sack. No, I should say.
Because the Saints had recovered.
Swilling came just good. Had come around. Harlow, the tackle, just actually came right through him.
The Saints have called a timeout with 47 seconds remaining. We'll keep it right here. 4th down, a punt coming up. And on that sack, the loss from the 39 back to the 46, -7.
Well, that was really just a power rush on the part of Pat Swilling and a very good offensive tackle over there. And Pat Harlow moved from right tackle over to the left tackle with all the injuries that the Patriots have had. Pat just stayed with him, went right through him, and then put him into the quarterback, got the sack.
You know, Archie, things are really going bad when you're an 0-7 football team and the writers are on your back for not being conservative enough.
I know.
Last week, early in the 4th quarter against the Bills, the Patriots very much in the game. We're looking at a 3rd and 9 from the Buffalo 13. They dropped a pass. Hodgson fumbled the ball away, and eventually the Bills went on to win that game 16-7. But everybody said that, oh, they should have just fallen on the ball or run something into the line of scrimmage and set up the field goal to go ahead 10-9 against the Bills early in the 4th quarter. In fact, Kelly said something about that, and Dick Corey told me down on the field before the game, he wrote Kelly a letter afterwards saying, why don't you just mind your own business? The Bills aren't exactly tearing things up on offense either.
McCarthy to punt, Buck to receive. He'll let it go. The football hits at the 5, and it's going to be down at the 1. Catching it on the bounce was Roger Brown. Great kick coverage by the Patriots. So it'll be a 45-yard punt, no return. Saints started throwing 1-yard line. With 38 seconds remaining, first half. That kind of changes things.
Yeah, I don't think you open it up right here. You got a 21-7 lead, and you're on your half-yard line. Of course, the Patriots have timeouts. They may try to use them.
So 1st and 10 from the 1. Saints moving into the wind with 38 seconds remaining in the first half, leading 21-7. So we'll check the alignment here for the Saints. See Dalton. Did we see Dalton? We saw Dunbar run out, I guess. And we saw neither. It was Hayward. And he lines up in the backfield behind.
They'll go with 2 tight ends, Dave.
And early to the right and Martin to the left. Handoff goes to Hayward into the line, and he gets a yard to the 2. 2nd down and 9.
And the Patriots will call timeout, hoping that they can get their hands on the football one more time before intermission. 33 seconds remaining before halftime.
Well, they really should be able to make the Saints punt it away. I think it's going to be hard for the Saints. I don't think the Saints want to take any chances right here with putting the ball in the air. If they try to run it into the line, Saints could possibly No, they can't. These 3 timeouts, there'll still be a 4th down. It'll run out before you ever have to snap it unless there's a penalty.
This game brought to you in part by Tabasco brand products, a proud sponsor of Saints football on radio. Tabasco brand pepper sauce, 7-spice chili, and Tabasco brand Bloody Mary mix. Like the Saints, they're a Louisiana legend. 2nd down and 9 from the 2-yard line after that 1-yard dive by Craig Hayward.
Think we could close this window in here for the second half, guys? A little nippy.
What's the matter? You're not tough anymore? I thought you were a big, tough football player one time. You don't see Dave and I complaining. I was just about ready to take off my shirt.
Hey, he did that this... Hey, what do you think about a guy when you're going through an airport with him? He stops and changes clothes. I mean, what do you think? He's Superman or something? I mean, changes clothes at an airport. This morning, 7 o'clock.
I had the decency to go into the men's room when I did it.
Handoff on 2nd and 9 from the 2 goes to Hayward again, and he runs up to the 7-yard line. Vincent Brown on the tackle. It'll be a gain of 5. It's 3rd down and 4. Here's some Tabasco to keep you warm.
Patriots call another timeout. Yeah, I suffered an early turnover this morning. My turnover ratio was -1. I had 2 cups of coffee and fumbled one of them in my lap on the flight here from Atlanta. You're drinking that Tabasco brand product. That's not Bloody Mary mix, you know. That's the hot sauce.
I'm wearing it.
Look at his eyes starting to tear. Anything to warm up in the booth.
21 seconds remaining. Another timeout by the Patriots. The Saints have it 3rd down and 4 from their own 7-yard line. Trying to protect the football. In case you're interested, the Saints are 3 for 6 on 3rd down conversions after starting off the game 0 for 3.
Well, you know, apart from that muff punt by Marcus Dowdell, who's put the thrill back into the kicking game for the Saints, New Orleans has been in control as they expect it to be. Bobby Hebert with 3 touchdown passes in the first half of 9:39 and 12 yards. He's been sharp and well protected, and apart from that one lapse that the Patriots turned into their only touchdown, the Saints have controlled things. Here, as the scoreboard attests, it's 21-7.
Well, we'll go with 3 wide receivers. Brenner, the tight end, on the left. Torrance Small in the slot to the right. Early wide to the right. Wesley Carroll is wide to the left. Martin is out of there. 1 running back, Dalton Hilliard, behind Bobby Hebert under center. Hilliard gets the handoffs, scoots away from one would-be tackler at the 5, and gets the first down across the 10 up to the 12-yard line.
Now, there's the difference between Dalton Hilliard and Vaughn Dunbar. Vaughn Dunbar runs that play. It's probably a loss, and Dalton Hilliard's able to pick up the first down and run out the clock on this first half, doing it on his own.
Clock down to 2 seconds, and that'll be the end of the first half as it runs out after the Saints pick up their 8th first down of the day. Experience the perfect steak. We're talking about Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, home of serious steaks, where your steak is U.S. prime corn-fed Midwestern beef, cut by hand daily, broiled at 1,800 degrees and served sizzling. Ruth's Chris Steakhouse, now the #1 prime steakhouse in the country, with 32 locations coast to coast. Saints lead at the end of the first half, 21-7 over the Patriots. The Southwest Airlines halftime report begins in 1 minute with the first half summary. This is the Saints Network.
When you're spending hard-earned money on electronics, appliances, and home office equipment, it's good to know there'll always be a store you can trust. Sears Brand Central. You can count on more top brands, more service people, affordable credit options, and most important, a name backed by over 100 years of quality, integrity, and constant good values. No wonder more people buy more top brands from the store they trust. Sears Brand Central.
You can count on me, Sears, Roebuck and Company. The Isle of Capri Casino introduces Caribbean Fun Spots. Collect Caribbean Fun Spots for more fun and more value. It's colorful, exciting, and very rewarding. Get your Caribbean Fun Spots at Mississippi's favorite fun spot, the Isle of Capri Casino at Point Cadet in Biloxi. For information, call 1-800-THE-ISLE.
Proudly sponsored on radio by Southwest Airlines, providing frequent flights and low fares, which is why flying Southwest Airlines is just plain smart. And by Popeye's famous fried chicken and biscuits, official training table product of the New Orleans Saints. And by Ford Quality Care. It may be your car, but it's still our baby.
Saints lead 21-7 before the summary. If you're just plain smart about Saints history, you could be a big winner in the 92 Southwest Airlines Saints Halo Hall of Fame contest. The more you know about memorable Saints, the better you are the better your chances are of being one of 8 big winners during the 92 season. Winners include all of these great prizes: a pair of free round-trip tickets from any Southwest Airlines city to New Orleans, or any of the other 33 Southwest Airlines destinations of your choice. A pair of free tickets to an upcoming Saints home game in the Dome. A pair of free tickets to the Saints Hall of Fame and Museum in Kenner. Dinner for 2 at Stonebreaker's Restaurant in Metairie. Plus a special Southwest Airlines Saints Smart Pack filled with fun gifts from Southwest Airlines. To win, listen for our in-game clues in each game. If you can name the Saints Halo Hall of Famer, mail your entry or postcard to Southwest Airlines, 111 Veterans Boulevard, Suite 704, Metairie, Louisiana, 70005. By the entry deadline, if you're the first correct entry drawn on the announced date, you're a winner, because when it comes to knowing about your favorite team, the Saints, you're just plain smart. No purchase necessary to win. Just send in the correct entry by the announced deadline date. If you're the first one drawn by Southwest Airlines, that's correct, you'll be one of 8 big winners this season. The Saints Halo Hall of Fame contest brought to you by Southwest Airlines, the official airline of the Saints Radio Network. First half summary: Saints scored first after punting away twice. The Saints took over at the 11-yard line after John Bond fumbled for the Patriots. Swilling recovered. It only took 3 plays. Hebert on a 9-yard dump pass to Quinn Early over the middle. 4:58 remaining first period, 7-0 after the point after. 3 plays and out for the Patriots. Saints took back over after a 33-yard punt at their own 36. Bobby Hebert then drives the Saints in 5 plays, 64 yards. At the end of the first quarter, with 0 showing on the scoreboard, Saints on a 39-yard pass to a wide-open Quinn Early, scoring on the 5-play, 64-yard drive, made it 14-0 with the point after. Saints fumbled a punt after holding the Patriots to 3 plays and out. Marcus Dowdell was injured on the play. Leonard Russell then ran it over from 8 yards on 1st and goal from the 8 after the fumble recovery by Roger Brown. 1 play, 8 yards on the drive. The point after good. 13-12 remaining first half, and it's 14-7 Saints lead. 2 possessions later, taking over at their own 17-yard line, Bobby Hebert engineers another 10-play, 83-yard drive, scoring on a 12-yard pass play to a wide-open Dalton Hilliard at the 5. It is scooted into the end zone for the remaining yards of that 12-yard pass play. 3:27 remaining. First half, Saints lead 21-7. That's how the first half ended. Saints with a 2-touchdown lead. We'll have more in a moment on the Southwest Airlines halftime report after these messages. 21-7 Saints. You're listening to Saints Football.
Extra license not included. Prices include rebates. Car buyers, Ray Brent, Louisiana's #1 Nissan dealers, racing to sell over 300 new cars and trucks this month during Car Wars 2. Ray Brent Nissan declares war on high prices. Now through Saturday, buy a luxurious new car at Ray Brent Nissan and get $1,500 cash back for your Christmas shopping at Ray Brent Nissan during Car Wars 2. 1884 West Bank Expressway, Harvey. Ray Brent Nissan, guns down the competition.
Monday, the New Orleans Saints are on WQUE-AM 26. I'm Alexander Laurent. Join us Monday at 7 for Saints Sideline, the official video magazine of the New Orleans Saints. This week, it's a family affair for the Swillings, as we meet Pat's family behind the scenes of his recent birthday party. We'll give you the final word on today's Patriots game, and we'll look ahead to next week's NFC West showdown with the San Francisco 49ers. Join us for Saints Sideline, Monday at 7 on WQUE-AM TV, Channel 26.
Looks like he's going to be out of the game.
If you just got put on injured reserve or want to stay in the game, the Sports Medicine Center at Lakeside Hospital can help. A full range of medical professionals are trained to treat everyone from pro athletes, weekend warriors, or Little League champs. The Sports Medicine team can show you how to overcome existing injuries or prevent new ones using modern fitness equipment and medical technology. From sprained ankles to the most complicated injuries. The Sports Medicine Center at Lakeside Hospital. Call 885-FITT. That's 885-3488. The trend this election year is change. How about your present sales position? Is it an advancing industry with a product for the future? If you have any concerns about your future, you should call Mr. Michaels at 464-1717. He represents First Communications, the locally owned office, telephone, and equipment company. First Communications needs aggressive, sales-minded, future-sighted individuals with a will to earn and learn. Call Mr. Michaels, 464-1717. 464-1717. First Communications Company.
The Saints are on Q93.
Jim Henderson back with you at halftime as the Saints lead the Patriots at the intermission 21-7. Ron Borges of the Boston Globe is my halftime guest. Ron, you've seen the good and the bad in this franchise, going to the Super Bowl in New Orleans against the Bears, and now some 7 years later, this is a team that's winless at the halfway point. What's it like for you, and what's it like for the fans of the Patriots?
Well, I think it's kind of tough right now, Jim. You know, the
fans were hopeful after '85, that they would build something here for a while, and they've been kind of downhill since then. And right now, they're really at a low point here over the last 3 years, going 1-15 and 90, and they thought they were coming back a little bit. Now this year, of course, things are pretty dismal. The fear now is that they'll get the #1 pick and there'll be no draft, which would sort of fit into the way things are going.
And there's also some fear they might get the #1 pick and there'll be no franchise, right? I mean, talk about that for a second.
Well, that's true. There's been writers from the St. Louis papers here for the last few weeks sort of covering the team. So a lot of people are a little concerned about the new owner, Jim Mora, who's from St. Louis, moving the team out there. But I think the belief is that if he gets an expansion franchise by 1995, when the new stadium opens up there, he'll leave, and that's kind of the situation. He'll sell it to local ownership. At least that's what everybody's hoping. The concern is whether or not he can get enough money to justify selling this team.
Obviously, by the crowd today, they're still supporting a winless football team.
But actually, the crowds have been pretty good. They've had 2 sellouts, and even the Cleveland game, which was not an attractive game for anybody, sold 40,000 seats. So they've been pretty supportive and actually not demanding a lot. I don't think they sort of just want to see them trying and working hard, which I think they're doing today. But as has been the case in the last few weeks, they make mistakes and they're their own worst enemy.
We'll continue our conversation with Ron Borges of the Boston Globe. We're near the start of the second half with our score of the Saints 21 and the Patriots 7. More on the Southwest Airlines halftime report in a moment. You're listening to Saints Football.
Spot the dots and save 40% at Shoetown and Foot in Fashion. Thousands and thousands of red-hot dots on every aisle, in every department, in every Shoetown and Foot in Fashion. 40% off men's and women's apparel. 40% off men's, women, and children's shoes. 40% off previous markdowns included. It's our biggest, best, and greatest sale of the year. Red-hot dots save you 40% and more on shoes, apparel, athletic. Thousands of items at all Shoetown and Foot in Fashion.
What can you buy for $9.95 these days?
We deliver.
Quite a lot. With Express Mail overnight delivery service from your post office.
We deliver.
For less than $10, you put the full power of the United States Postal Service to work for you. Over 700,000 men and women ready to do whatever it takes to assure next morning delivery. Express Mail service, just $9.95 for up to 8 ounces.
We deliver for you.
Sponsored by your Postal Service.
The Law Office of Carnell Thomas provides competent and trustworthy legal advice in a warm and comfortable environment. This team of legal professionals has served their New Orleans community for the past 10 years. Now, if you have legal problems, their professionals stand poised to help you. Carnell Thomas and his associates has assisted thousands of people just like you in cases from maritime, personal injury, criminal, divorces, and succession. Stop by their office at 3723 Canal Street or call 482-2841. 482-2841. The law firm of Cardell Thomas gets results.
In New Orleans, there will always be snowball stands in the summertime. You can depend on it. And since 1883, New Orleans has depended on the Whitney National Bank. In a time when the financial stability of your bank is more important than ever before, more and more people depend on the Whitney. Our dedication to customer service and personal banking relationships has remained uninterrupted for more than 100 years. Stable, competitive, personal, the Whitney. With 32 Metro New Orleans locations to serve you. Member FDIC.
The Saints are on Q93.
We're visiting with Ron Borges of the Boston Globe at halftime. Ron, before we leave you, how about your prognosis on Tommy Hodson? Is he going to make it as a quarterback in the NFL?
I think Tommy's a solid player. The one problem is he hasn't been blessed with the strongest arm going. If he had that, he'd be starting here and probably would have been drafted higher than he originally was. But he's a great leader, and he's a good athlete, and he's very aware of what's going on in the field. I think he'll have a long career. Whether or not he'll be a starter for many years is a little more questionable just because of the physical weakness of his arm. But otherwise, I think he's a terrific player.
And, boy, he's got a patchwork offensive line in front of him today, doesn't he?
He does. I mean, he had 5 hurries, 5 knockdowns, and 3 sacks, and he's hanging there. And he's not throwing the interceptions that'll get you beat.
I want to thank Ron Borges of the Boston Globe for being our halftime guest. Ron, as a token of our appreciation, this beautiful collection of neckwear from Oscar De La Renta comes courtesy of the Wemco Corporation down in New Orleans. Longtime friends of the Saints. Hope you'll wear them in good health and that our paths will cross again.
Thanks, Jim. As cold as it is, I'll wear all 3 of them right now.
Yeah, we could use them. Make them into a muffler or something here in the second half. Ron Borges of the Boston Globe has been chatting with us at halftime. That's today's Southwest Airlines halftime report. Our score here from Foxborough is the Saints 21 and the Patriots 7. The second half kickoff is next on the Saints Network.
When it comes to getting your Ford serviced, you don't want any surprises. That's why Interstate Ford in Metairie keeps the prices for the most common services listed on a menu over the service counter, so you can see what the charges are up front. Like an engine tune-up for as low as $39.95. Stop in at Interstate Ford, 3724 Veterans Boulevard in Metairie anytime. There are no surprises here. Quality care. It may be your car, but it's still our baby.
For 2 years, I've been a heavyweight champion. Evander Holyfield, world champion. His next fight is against Riddick Bowe. This is a fight I want. Bowe is undefeated. He's bigger and stronger than Holyfield, and he can knock him out with either hand. Bowe says he's going to be the next heavyweight champion. I say he's just going to be next. Will Bowe be the next champion, or just next?
Budweiser presents Holyfield versus Bowe Heavyweight Championship. Friday, November 13th, the Mirage, Las Vegas. See it live on pay-per-view.
Or watch the fight at the President Casino in Biloxi.
Welcome back to Foxborough. Saints lead 21-7, and Saints will have the football to start the third period of play. It'll be Fred McAfee along with Vaughn Dunbar to return this kickoff from Charlie Bowman. And he approaches the football, gets his toe into it. It's a wobbly kick. It bounces at the 8. Dunbar comes up on it, gets it after the bounce, eludes a tackler at the 10, up to the 15-yard line before he is smothered by 2 or 3 defenders. Saints will have it 1st and 10 inside the 20 at the 15.
Hey, these halftime gyms just don't last long enough. I didn't give it 2 bowls of that clam chowder.
Yeah, and probably 3 or 4 hot dogs. David comes in munching on a dog.
I'm sorry.
Did anybody bring me anything?
It's a little left of that hot dog right there. Some potato chips for you. Thanks. How was your halftime game? You had Bill Clinton on today, didn't you?
No, it was a great halftime guest, actually. Ron Borges talking about Tommy Hudson and the Patriots. And what he singled out was the fans that we've got here today on a very cold day. This place is pretty near packed.
Here's a handoff to Dalton Hilliard on 1st and 10 from the 15, and he gains 2 or 3, maybe to the 18-yard line before Eugene Lockhart makes the tackle. Traded here in 1991 from Dallas, a 9th-year player out of Houston.
Dalton had 14 yards in the first half. Saints with 55 yards rushing on 18 carries. Not a great average, 3.1. Bobby Hebert had an outstanding first half, 9 of 12, 123 yards, and 3 touchdowns. Saints lead first downs 10-4.
2nd down and 8 from the 17-yard line. Offset backfield behind Hebert under center. Wide receivers, 1 to the left and 1 to the right. That's Quinn Early to the right, Eric Martin to the left. Dalton Hilliard is the running back. Fake handoff. Hebert, play action, looks to pass, dumps it off to Hilliard at the 20-yard line and falls forward after a good defensive play up to the 23-yard line. Dwayne Saab makes the tackle, starting today in place of Andre Tippett. On the tackle, gain from the 17 up to the 23. Will be 3rd down and about 2 yards to go.
Saints have gotten a lot of mileage today out of their play-action passing game. Fake to the left, Bobby rolling to the right. Good protection, just dumps it off to Dalton Hilliard. Saints face a 3rd and short, about a long 2, 1.5.
Quinn Early, along with Eric Martin.
Saints not in a 3rd down offense, Dave. They got 4 wide receivers in the game and shotgun on 3rd and long one.
Snap back to Hebert, looks left, now throws over the middle. Tipped by Martin, he can't hold on to it. He bobbled the ball up into the air. It was going to be a circus catch. Also defending on the play that time was Jerome Henderson, and Martin couldn't pull it in, and it's 4th down and 2.
So Saints will go to 50% now on 3rd down conversions. They were 4 of 7 in the first half. Time of possession first half, Saints 17-12 to 12:48 of the Patriots.
Walter Stanley back deep to receive this punt. Tommy Barnhart punts into the wind. He stands at his own 8. The line of scrimmage is the 23-yard line. It's a high snap from Wainwright. Barnhart gets his toe into it and gets a super punt into the wind. Fair catch being called for, received and falling down at the 25-yard line. What a punt by Barnhart.
That was an excellent punt, 52 yards into that brisk wind that you mentioned. We got to say a word about Frank Wainwright. He's been used the last few weeks to snap the ball on punts. They're trying to give Joel Hilgenberg a little bit of a rest. And one thing we've seen Frank be able to do, although he doesn't seem to be quite the snapper that Joel is he's pretty quick downfield. He's been one of the first people down there to make tackles today. And although he was involved in blocking.
Before he was snowed under by the Saints defense, Sam Mills got there first, and then a host of others. It'll be a gain from the 25, maybe 2 to the 27. 2nd down and 8.
One thing Ron Borges was mentioning at halftime is this is just the kind of game the Patriots didn't want Tommy Hodson to have to face in the second half of a game, trailing by 14 points, the running game stagnating somewhat and having to throw a lot against this Saints defense and the pass rushers it has.
Bobby Hebert, 3 touchdown passes today, 9 yards to Early, 39 to Early, and 12 to Hilliard, 21-7. Tight end is in motion from his flanker left to the right. Pass out on the near side sideline was tipped at the line. Looked like it was going to Cook, but it got held up a little bit. Or Ben Coach, rather, and incomplete. Third down play coming up.
Well, Hodson just not being given any time. Good pass rush up front. Ricky Jackson comes around Eugene Chung once again and hits the arm of Tommy Hodson just as he releases the pass. It just flutters in the air and falls to the ground.
Third down and 8 from the 27. This is the Patriots' first offensive possession in the second half.
Ricky's giving a little clinic to the rookie lineman today.
Yes, he is. #1 draft choice out of Virginia Tech.
Michael Timpson wide to the right. In the slot to the right, Greg McMurtry. Irving Pryor wide to the left. One blocking back. John Stevens for quarterback Hodson out of the shotgun. Sidearm once, caught by Pryor at the 35. First down to the 40-yard line, but a flag is thrown at the start of the play.
Probably be a hold.
Well, the quarterback's just staying put. So is one of his offensive linemen, probably the one guilty.
That was a good throw by Tommy Hodson. Fit in there real nice. Irving Pryor coming underneath on a crossing route.
Just illegal procedure, not a hold, but it is against the Patriots that have several either illegal formations or false starts today.
Well, that's got to be one of the problems.
69, offense.
Problems with that offensive line of the Patriots that's been reshuffled so much.
Jim Mora with the headset on today. He's been wearing that lately?
I think today's just doing it to keep his ears warm. In fact, I don't think that thing's even hooked up.
A dangling free wire. Back to the 20-yard line. It'll be third down, about 16 yards to go. At the 20. Saints leading 21-7, 12:02 remaining, third period of play. Wide to the right this time is Michael Timpson. In the slot to the right is Marv Cook, who is listed as a tight end on the depth chart, is playing some at flanker. 2 wideouts to the left out of the shotgun. Hodson, sidearm one, and it's incomplete. It was intended over the middle for Greg McMurtry, but the Saints' Vince Buck really had a better chance of catching that than did McMurtry.
And now I think the boos are for Tommy Hodson in the offense.
Hodson, of course, getting the start today. He's 42 of 69 coming into today's game for 438 yards, completion rate of about 61%, 2 touchdowns, 1 interception. Starter Hugh Millen has had some shoulder problems. Saints will get a punt here. It's fourth down and 16 from the 20.
Starter Hugh Millen's had body problems. His entire, just beat up from all those sacks.
I think he's had 2 separated shoulders this season.
Sean McCarthy to punt. Vince Buck to receive. He calls for fair catch at the 46-yard line and gets it at the 47-yard line after the short punt from McCarthy. About a 33-yard punt, no return with a fair catch. Saints have great field position. 11:40 remaining, third period. Saints leading 21-7 with timeout. You're listening to Saints football.
Extra lights, not included, prices include rebates. Car buyers, Ray Brett, Louisiana's #1 Nissan dealers, racing to sell over 300 new cars and trucks this month during Car Wars 2. Ray Brett Nissan declares war on high prices. Now through Saturday, buy a luxurious new car at Ray Brett Nissan and get $1,500 cash back for your Christmas shopping at Ray Brett Nissan during Car Wars 2. 1884 West Bank Expressway, Harvey. Ray Brett Nissan, guns down the competition.
Interstate Ford introduces a new sales concept. Non-negotiable prices. No pressure, no gimmicks, no haggling. The reduced price of every vehicle is clearly marked, like several 1992 convertibles fully equipped for as low as $10,990, or a brand new 92 F-150 pickup truck fully loaded for only $10,995. Come try our no-hassle, no-haggle, one-price concept at Interstate Ford on Veterans Boulevard between Causeway and Cleary in Metairie. Prices plus tax and license, rebates applied, vehicle subject to prior sale.
Hi, CJ Superstar Morgan here, star of CJ & Company and Saints fan extraordinaire. For more music, more money, and more fun, check out CJ & Company mornings on Q93. If you missed the show lately, you missed Buddy Amigo.
Ted Kennedy, Ted, new book out that says that Ted Kennedy used cocaine. Nose candy.
Oh.
The white stuff.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
Oh, I missed that one.
He used cocaine. How could you miss that? As a matter of fact, a big rumor going around that Ted Kennedy once visited the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia.
There's a rumor going around that he visited the Liberty Bell in Philadelphia?
Yeah, he heard about the crack in it.
CJ and Company on Q93.
The Saints are on Q93.
Welcome back to Foxborough Stadium. Dave Garrett along with Archie Manning and Jim Henderson. Saints' second offensive possession of the second half. They started at their 15 the first time. This time better field position at the 46, where it's first down with wide receivers to the left and to the right. And split backfield behind Hebert. Lets the play clock wind down to 6. Play action on the fake handoff. Now he has to scramble, rolls to his right, has running room if he wants, now holds on, throws, it's complete to running back Vaughn Dunbar out of the backfield for about 10 yards. Tackle made by Dwayne Saab, and Dunbar makes a good grab.
It was a nice catch by Vaughn Dunbar in traffic. Bobby Hebert was able to evade the rush there as he was another play action pass and scrambled out to his right. Most of his receivers were over to the left side, so fortunately he could locate Vaughn Dunbar and get a completion.
And it was good for 10 yards and a first down to the 43-yard line in New England territory. 11th first down of the game, the first down of the second half for the Saints. Split backfield behind Hebert this time. Quick handoff right up the middle. It goes to Ironhead Hayward, and he gets down to the 40-yard line. A 3-yard pickup. Tackle made by nose tackle Tim Goad. Second down and 7. 10:43, clock moving. Our thanks to Harless and Cajun Clothing Company for outfitting our Saints radio team. And we're not wearing these today, our cotton crawfish shirts, but we are wearing the blazers, and you can see all the colors and styles of crawfish shirts at Perlis Magazine, in the Esplanade, and at Cajun Clothing Company in Jack's Brewery, the Riverwalk in Oakwood, Cortana, and Acadiana Malls. You can also call for a catalog, 1-800-725-6070. Second down and 7 from the 40-yard line. Handoff goes to Dalton Hilliard over left side. Tackle running room, 35 down to the 30. Oh, he's tripped up at the 30-yard line and falls to the 25. Touchdown saving tackle possibly by Eugene Lockhart on a great run by Dalton Hilliard.
Broke wide open over the left side. You could see that was going to be a good substantial gain, and it was of 15 yards for Dalton. As you mentioned, one tackler away from perhaps taking it all the way.
Maurice Hurst, probably the Patriots' finest defensive back, limps off. I think he's replaced by, I can't tell who comes in, young man from Notre Dame, isn't it, Rod Smith?
Yes.
Eric Martin splits wide to the right, Quinn Early to the left, split backfield behind Hebert now on 1st and 10 from the 25, straight back to pass, looks down the field, throws for the corner for Martin. It's caught at the 10, it's out of bounds at the 8. They will call it a completion. 1st and goal, Saints.
Well, I think for the first time today, Bobby Hebert is knocked down, but he's after he releases the pass. Eric Martin really just drives his man down to the corner, then the deep sideline route. Bobby lays the ball up. Nice catch by Eric.
Nice enough for 17 yards. It's first down and goal at the 8-yard line. Clock moving, 9:17 remaining. Here in the third period of play, Saints up 21-7, but knocking on the door.
Saints' 13th first down of the day.
And their third of the second half. Bobby Brenner and Frank Wainwright both line up on the right side. This time, Brenner is in the flanker position. Martin and Early wide to the left. Dalton Hilliard behind quarterback Hebert as Brenner lines up now on the left side. Handoff goes to Dalton Hilliard. Nice through at the 5, down to the 1, down close to the end zone. They kept him out, but just barely. That'll go as a 7-yard run by Dalton Hilliard.
Well, it looked like Dalton just kind of scooted sideways through a nice hole there, then turned it upfield. Saints have done a good job in their running game today. Dombrowski pulls out, leads through there.
Brent Williams, Tim Goad, and David Howard saved Hilliard from the end zone. It's 2nd and goal from the 1.
Well, you wonder how many of these fans will stick around a whole lot longer if the Saints get it in here, because the Patriots haven't shown much signs of life on offense, and the Saints are about to go up with a touchdown here at 28-7. We'll wait and see if they get in.
3 tight ends in the lineup. Pitch goes to Hilliard, sweeping to the left, to the 5, to the 3, to the 2, and he's knocked out of bounds. Well, they keep the clock moving, but he stopped at the 2-yard line. Hilliard could not outrun the defenders on that sweep to the end zone. Jerome Henderson makes the stop.
Well, David Howard, of course, Jerome Henderson in there as a defensive back, and also David Howard, who has good speed. Just beat Dalton to the outside.
7:40, clock moving, 21-7, Saints lead. Third down and goal from the 2. The Saints are 4 for 8 on third down conversions. Still 3 tight ends in the lineup and split backfield. Hebert sends Hayward in motion to the right out of the backfield set down. Long signal count. Hebert rolls to the right, throws to the end zone, in and out of the hands of Brenner, incomplete. It'll be 4th down, and we'll see Morton Anderson.
Played pretty good defensive play over there. Henderson once again right there. Couldn't tell if Hobie got his hands on the ball. It was a sprint out pass by Bobby trying to throw it to Hobie in the back of the end zone.
Also point out that Hayward was covered on the play as well.
No, I think Henderson got his hands on the ball, knocked it down.
So it will be Morton Anderson to attempt the field goal. And it's a fake.
Oh, he dropped
the football and now has to cover it at the 5. He looked to the end zone to throw. And when he went into the throw motion, it was going to be going to Hobie Brenner.
That was a fake they've had in for weeks, where they motion Brenner off the field like they got too many people on the field, and Brenner just drifts over to the sideline. He did there and was wide open, and Tommy Barnhart just dropped the ball and could never throw the pass.
They did. 7:15 remaining here, and it's 21-7 Saints.
For our people listening now, he didn't just drop the ball. I mean, he cocked his arm to throw the pass, and then the ball, as he got his arm back, the ball just fell right out of his hand.
Proud sponsor of Saints Radio, Sears Brand Central, the brand you want at the store you trust. On downs, the Saints give it up. 7:15 remaining, third quarter, leading 21-7. Now this for BC Powders.
Power, BC Power.
When your job gives you a powerful headache, you need the power of BC.
Power, BC Power.
In this auto body shop, you get a headache just walking in the door.
BC Power in the powder. The power of BC.
Somebody's hammering out dents over here or running a grinder over there. So there's always noise.
BC Power in the powder. The power of BC.
Then on top of that, there's fumes. Pretty soon your head starts pounding like a sledgehammer.
You need something to see you through. Something strong so you feel like new.
Around here, there's headaches just looking for a place to happen. But BC knocks them right out.
BC Power in the powder. The power of BC.
When you need strong relief, BC stops pain fast.
The power of BC.
Use as directed.
If you've been putting off your car's oil change, do it now. Today's 4- and 6-cylinder cars are really tough on motor oils. Drive to Fast Eddie's Quick Lube in Ocean Springs, Mississippi, and Sullivan Service Center in Mendenhall, Mississippi, and get a complete Castrol GTX oil change. And while you're there, register to win free Saints tickets. The job will be done fast and done right using Castrol. Spruce up your car's engine at Fast Eddie's Quick Lube in Ocean Springs and Sullivan's Service Center in Mendenhall, both in Mississippi.
Joe Marciano was saying before the game to Archie and me in the locker room he had to talk Jim Mora into the fake last week with Tommy Barnhart running it. It was a big play and it worked. I'm sure he had to lobby Coach Mora for that fake there, and that would have worked as well. But with Tommy Barnhart fumbling the football, Joe probably won't be suggesting any more trick plays again real soon.
Stevens and Russell in the backfield behind Hodgson under center, 1st and 10 from the 10-yard line. Irving Pryor, the only wide receiver, in motion from right to left. Straightaway handoff goes to Russell. He bounces outside, gets good running room up to the 16, a 6-yard gain. It'll be 2nd down and 4 for the Patriots.
Patriots going with 2 tight ends, 2 backs, Stevens and Russell in the backfield. Pryor, the only wide receiver, going across the formation in motion. About a 5-yard gain by Russell.
Football is touching the 15. It was a 5-yard gain. 2nd down and 5.
Vikings on top of Tampa Bay, 28-0. Miami 21, Indy nothing. Eagles lead the Raiders 17-3 now, and Giants still on top of Green Bay 13-7. Dallas 27, Detroit 3. Well, there's 2 teams going in the opposite direction, huh?
Dallas had a revenge factor in that one, and they certainly have caught the Lions at a good time.
McMurtry in motion on 2nd and 5. Saw a blitz in there. Handoff goes to Russell, and he gains 1 yard to the 16. It'll be 3rd down and 4.
Vaughn Johnson right there to stick Russell along with Brett Maxey.
Big hit there by Vaughn. Some people have said that Vaughn's had kind of a quiet year. I guess middle linebackers don't get a lot of attention. Inside linebackers in a 3-4, except if they make big plays, I guess, in short yardage or goal line. And Vaughn hasn't had some of those this year.
Well, he doesn't play a lot either. You look at the Saints, of course, Vaughn comes out on nickel and dime situations. Sometimes stays in on the nickel, but there's been a couple of teams with Detroit, Atlanta, where he doesn't play at all, or unless he goes in for Sam as a linebacker on the pass coverage.
Saints dressed in their road jerseys today, gold pants, white jerseys, black numerals. New England in their red, white, and blue. Hots it out of the shotgun on 3rd and 4. Throws over the middle. Caught by Pryor, first down at the 23-yard line. Pryor with the defender all over his back. Makes the catch. Defending on the play was Jimmy Spencer.
Well, there's a kid, you mentioned it earlier, Archie, who's really matured into a pro. He's no longer a kid. He's been in the league for 9 years out of Nebraska, but took him a while to mature after being the first player selected in the '84 draft. Now on a pretty bad team. Last year he caught 82 passes, made the Pro Bowl, and he's really respected for his blocking ability.
I was talking to John Hanna down the field before the game. He was talking about what a turnaround he made in his life and in his football career. John Hanna wasn't a bad player.
No.
Fake handoff on 1st and 10 from the 23. Hodson to pass. Sidearms one down the field. It's in and out of the hands of McMurtry. Saints tried for an interception, but with the football popping in the air, but the football had hit the turf. It would have been a trap anyway. It's 2nd down and 10.
Well, it's a deep break-in pattern to McMurtry. I think Tommy probably had better protection than he's had any other time today, but he kind of double pumped a few times and threw a little low.
2nd down and 10 from the 23-yard line. Patriots get their first down in the second half with that play a moment ago to Irving Fryer, their 5th of the ball game.
One other score, Cleveland still on top of Houston 10-0. Hard to figure out that Oiler team, huh?
Under center this time. Hodson looks at a 4-man defensive front with 3 wide receivers, 2 to the left. Fake handoff, back to pass for the right-hander. Looks down the field, throws in and out of the hands of Coates. The would-be receiver, back up tight end, hit him right where it should have hit him. He just couldn't hold on.
He had the first down, too, by about 3 yards to spare.
Well, Coates, of course, is a tight end, but was out in a slot position. They'll use their tight ends, especially Cook being such a good receiver. Coates ended today's game with 17 catches. Saints may have been a little unsound in their defense that time. They had a linebacker, just Mills, dropping into that area, but Coates was wide open and just dropped it. Bad place to hit him.
Coates, as Archie mentioned, had caught 17 for 146 yards and had a 22-yard touchdown reception this year. He caught 2 touchdown passes coming into this game. 3rd down and 10 from the 23-yard line. Out of the shotgun, Hodson gets the snap, looks over the middle, wings one down the field. It's intercepted by Toy Cook at the 40-yard line. And he's hit at the 40, skirts free of a tackle, down to the 35 and out of bounds at the 34-yard line. Toy Cook with the interception. Saints get a turnover and have it 1st and 10 at the 34.
Well, once again, a situation, Tommy Hodson, a lot of pressure on him. I don't know if that ball just fluttered on him or if he was hit once again.
And we'll talk about that when we come back. There's timeout, 4:35 remaining 3rd period. Saints leading by a score of 21-7. With timeout, you're listening to Saints football.
The trend this election year is change. How about your present sales position? Is it an advancing industry with a product for the future? If you have any concerns about your future, you should call Mr. Michaels at 464-1717. He represents First Communications, a locally owned office, telephone, and equipment company. First Communications needs aggressive, sales-minded, future-sighted individuals with a will to earn and learn. Call Mr. Michaels, 464-1717. 464-1717. First Communications Company.
What can you buy for $9.95 these days?
We deliver.
Quite a lot. With Express Mail overnight delivery service from your post office. For less than $10, you put the full power of the United States Postal Service to work for you. Over 700,000 men and women ready to do whatever it takes to assure next morning delivery. Express Mail service, just $9.95 for up to 8 ounces. Sponsored by your Postal Service.
I'm here because I can't stand what's happening in this community. Yes. Yeah, and somebody has to make a change. Yes. Now,
it's A.D. Barry on More Music, More Money, Q93 with the Instant Request and Dedication Party. Call me and get your request on the radio.
Mr. Cleanup Man, and my name is Robin. I would like that to go out to Tyrone. Yeah, could you play Rum Shaker for me? Yeah, I want to hear mine playing 3 songs. Yeah, and after that, I want to hear just a Scarface. Me and You by Tony. Yeah, could you play Slow Down?
Fast or slow, your request is our command. The Instant Request and Dedication Party, Monday through Thursday, starting at 10, with yours truly, A.D. Barry, on More Music, More Money, Q93.
The Saints are on Q93.
3rd down and 6 from the 28-yard line, and Bobby Hebert is in the shotgun with 3 wide receivers to the right and 1 to the left. Back to pass. Hebert stands at the 35, lobs one for Dalton Hilliard at the 10, to the 5, and he's out of bounds at the 1-yard line. On a 3rd down and 6 from the 28, we were late back on the break. A 27-yard pass play to Dalton Hilliard. 1st and goal for the Saints.
That was really an excellent throw by Bobby Hebert. Dalton Hilliard coming out of the backfield, turning downfield. David Howard, I mentioned earlier, has outstanding speed, running step for step with Dalton. But Bobby threw it right over his shoulder. Dalton brought it in. Couldn't quite get in the end zone. Well-executed play. Boy, see how he just threw it right over his shoulder. Now, good news is Howard didn't see the pass thrown. Had his back to the quarterback. Saints at the 1-yard line.
1st and goal at the 1, 14th first down. We took a break that we were not allowed then, and that's why we're back late on the play. The first couple of plays, the Saints gain yardage 4 yards down to the 28. Here's a handoff to Vaughn Dunbar, rushing through the line of scrimmage. Hebert thought he got in. The officials are rushing up, and he did get in. He fell into the end zone. Late call, but touchdown Saints. Vaughn Dunbar gets a rushing touchdown.
2nd touchdown of the year for Vaughn Dunbar. You know, we talked about the Patriots coming into this game not having any rushing touchdowns. Leonard Russell got one earlier, but actually that's just the, 4th rushing touchdown for the Saints this year. Vaughn Dunbar's 2nd. I also may add that this touchdown was set up, the interception by Toy Cook. He takes the lead. The Saints defensive backs on interceptions for the year with 2.
And that interception by Cook was set up on a tip by Frank Warren, who was leaping at the line of scrimmage and deflected Hudson's pass.
Here's Morton Anderson's extra point attempt with Barnhart to hold, and it is up and good. In the state of Louisiana, a proud sponsor of New Orleans Saints football on radio is the Louisiana Lottery. The Saints numbers today in the lottery are 2-8, Patriots 7. It's 28-7 with 2:28 remaining 3rd period of play. We'll be back in a moment after these messages.
These days in business, you have to look at problems as challenges. For instance, they cut my department's travel budget in half and said I had to keep sending out the same number of people. Okay, I accepted the challenge and found a solution. Southwest Airlines Friends Fly Free offer. You can buy 1 round-trip ticket at their low, unrestricted fare, and a friend flies with you free, anywhere Southwest Airlines flies. And friends aren't just spouses and pals. They're bosses and partners and clients, too. There's no advance purchase on a Friends Fly Free ticket either. Just make a reservation at least 24 hours in advance and stay over for 1 night. By the way, this offer doesn't include local airport taxes up to $12 round trip each. If your plans change at the last minute, Southwest Friends Fly Free tickets are fully refundable. And although seats are limited right now, they're available all week long. Friends Fly Free only on Southwest Airlines. It's the perfect solution to cut your business budget or to turn a short business trip into a long weekend. Call 1-800-I-FLY-SWA. It's just plain smart.
How do I pick my number? The amount of speckled trout I caught that day.
Straight from the horse's mouth.
Wherever you get your numbers from, you can win $500 with Pick 3. And it couldn't be easier to play. All you have to do is pick 3 numbers between 0 and 9. Then watch the drawings every night at 9:59. So play Pick 3. And remember, it doesn't matter where you get your numbers from.
What if the number my wife tells me is
216? I just let the computer pick them.
Pick 3. Play every day, get lucky every night.
This game is brought to you by Ford Quality Care, a proud sponsor of New Orleans Saints Radio. It may be your car, but it's still our baby. Ford Quality Care. 28-7 Saints. Morton Anderson to kick off. Deep to receive is John Vaughn and Walter Stanley.
We're still in the 3rd quarter, but I think there's fixing to be a traffic jam outside of the stadium here in Foxborough.
A few people heading for the exits. Doesn't take much to create one here. This is a very difficult stadium to get to and from, and that's one of the problems the Patriots have had among many here.
Actually, a good Patriot crowd today, though. Actual attendance, 45,413. Still almost 8,000 no-shows.
Stanley receives the short kickoff at the 10-yard line, and he gains up across the 20, up to the 23-yard line, where the Patriots will start 1st and 10. Let's pause 15 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Saints football.
CJ and Company in the morning.
The Oldies All Request Lunch Hour.
AUD.
The All Request and Dedication Party.
93 in a row.
More money.
And now the Saints. You're listening to Q93, WQUE-FM New Orleans, the FM station for the New Orleans Saints.
Welcome back. Dave Garrett along with the dancing Archie Manning and Jim Henderson here in the booth.
That's shivering. We're not dancing. We're just shivering real hard.
2:20 remaining in the 3rd period of play. And we're glad that you've tuned in today, and we have an opportunity to tell you our second Saints Halo Hall of Fame clue. Here it is. Pretend like I'm the person that you're thinking of. I had a good 6-year career with the Eagles, but my claim to fame was the record I held with the Saints in November of 1970. Who am I? If you know, mail your entry or postcard to Southwest Airlines Halo Hall of Fame Contest, 111 Veterans Boulevard, Suite 704, Metairie, Louisiana, 70005. The drawing deadline for the winning entries, November 18th. See, you can't use Joe Windrowski anymore.
You can't win 2 weeks in a row, can you?
No.
It's not windy. This one's really pretty easy, folks.
Yep. Well, you know, with the Saints leading 28-7, next week we will be heading out to the West Coast to take on the 49ers, with the Saints riding perhaps a 5-game winning streak. It would look so. At what point do you think about resting some people and putting some reserves in this one?
Probably about one more score.
One more score?
Yeah.
By the way, the Saints return home tonight. Scheduled arrival is 7:45 at General Aviation, just in case you're a fan and you'd like to welcome the shivery bunch back. And there usually is a great crowd at the airport as well.
If the Saints beat the spread.
Well, they are so far, up by 21 points.
28-7 the score. Saints just scored on a Vaughn Dunbar 1-yard run, 4 plays, 32 yards after that Toy Cook interception. In the backfield, it's Kevin Turner along with John Vaughn. Backups, Tommy Hodson, the quarterback, with 3 wide receivers, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Fake handoff. Hodson sacked. Oh, man, no one even blocked.
Vaughn Dunbar.
Yep.
Vaughn Johnson coming in there.
Well, we mentioned all the changes that have taken place in the offensive line for the Patriots. Injuries galore, moving guards to tackle, centers to guard, and so forth. Vaughn Johnson on a run-through, just coming from his right inside linebacker position, never touched. Tommy Hodson never had a chance.
Second down, 19 yards to go. Football is on the 13-yard line after that sack by Vaughn Johnson, 4th of the day now.
I tell you, the Patriots have a third quarterback named Scott Zolak. He's 6'5", 222. Actually, Tommy introduced me to him on the field. He looks like he's about 240. I consider giving him a little playing time. Just to protect Tommy.
2 wideouts to the left. Hodson sacked again as he stands at the 5. Saints get another sack. It's a race to the quarterback, and Jim Wilkes gets credit for this one.
Well, that's number 5. Saints trying to take the lead this week in that team sack category. Entered with 28, up to 33 now. The Bengals, of all teams, were leading the league with 30 sacks.
That's surprising, isn't it? Because the Bengals haven't had a pass rush for years, but they do this year. The Saints have got more than a quarter left, and the Patriots obviously in the posture where they have to throw on almost every down. The Saints could pick up a whole lot more here before this thing's over.
Another 8-yard loss. It's 3rd down and 28 from the 4-yard line. Dangerous territory, and the Patriots go to a passing formation with 3 wideouts to the right and 1 to the left. Only 1 running back, and he gets the handoff. Turner on the draw up to the 5, up to the 10, to the 15, and then he's bowled over by the entire secondary and linebacker corps. And hurrying onto the field is the punt team. It'll be 4th down at the 15-yard line.
Well, I want to tell you, fellas, looking along that Patriot bench and watching Tommy Hodson trot off the field, I can tell you from experience, this is no fun right here, and it's no way to play football. You're down 28-7, facing 3rd and 40. This offense cannot move the ball. They're teeing off on your young quarterback.
36 seconds remaining, 3rd period. Vince Buck should get a return in on this one, with McCarthy punting with the wind. Snap back in good shape. There's a wobbly kick. Buck runs up on the football, gets it at the 45, jukes a player, gets away from another would-be tackler, and then is stopped at the 46-yard line. 20 seconds remaining, 3rd period, after the 1-yard run back or so by Vince Buck. 20 seconds remaining, 3rd period, 28-7, Saints lead. Proud sponsors of Saints Radio, your Southland Jeep and Eagle dealers. Remember, there's only one Jeep. Now these messages, you're listening to Saints football.
I love my UBR butt in San Francisco. Beanie, BC High.
This week, the streetcar meets the cable car. The New Orleans Saints and the San Francisco 49ers battle for the Western Division lead. It's the Bayou to the Bay battle. This is a mission of revenge. Be listening this Sunday as the Saints meet the 49ers on your New Orleans Saints FM station Q93.
Spot the dots and save 40%.
at Shoetown and Foot and Fashion. Thousands and thousands of red-hot dots on every aisle, in every department, in every Shoetown and Foot and Fashion. 40% off men's and women's apparel. 40% off men's, women, and children's shoes. 40% off previous markdowns included. It's our biggest, best, and greatest sale of the year. Red Hot Dots save you 40% and more on shoes, apparel, athletics. Thousands of items at all Shoetown and Foot and Fashion. There's one bank that lives by its motto of absolutely the best personal service in New Orleans. That bank is your friends at United Bank and Trust. At United Bank and Trust, they make it their business to know each of their customers personally because they know to better serve all your banking needs, they have to take a one-on-one approach. Whether it's home mortgages, car loans, home improvement loans, or small business loans, United Bank and Trust at 2714 Canal Street can help. United Bank and Trust, where personal service isn't just a motto, it's the way United does business with you.
Hi, CJ Morgan here with a quick reminder that on Mondays, CJ and Company, I'll open up the apology line and give you a chance to win your very own blues bouquet from Key Floral. It's Apology Monday with CJ and Company on Mo Music, Mo Money, Q93.
The Saints are on Q93.
First and 10 Saints from the 46-yard line. Bobby Hebert looks at a five-man defensive front. Saints leading 28-7. 20 seconds remaining here in period number 3. Straightaway handoff goes to Juan Dunbar, and he is tackled, and maybe face mask will be called because a flag was thrown during the tackle of Dunbar by the head linesman. And it is grasping of the face mask against the New England Patriots.
David Howard's been on a lot of action today. He made a good defensive play, just stuffed Von Dunbar as soon as he got the ball in the handoff, but must have got his hand in there on the face mask.
99 defense. Still first down.
So it'll be a 5-yard penalty from the 46 to the 49 in Patriots territory, first and 5. 14 seconds remaining, clock moving. I doubt the Saints will run a play. They won't. 28-7, the third quarter will end. Bobby Hebert brings them up to the line. He's typical Bobby, will not get the snap off. Clock at 2, now at 1, and that's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Saints 28, Patriots 7. Fourth quarter action is next. You're listening to Saints football.
Includes rebate, tax title, license unincluded, ranking according to Chrysler. Car buyers, right now's the best time to buy a new car or truck at Ray Brand Dodge. Now through Saturday, get the 93 3/4-ton high-top conversion van for $15,995, or the low-top conversion van for $14,995, and the 92 full-size D150 pickup is $10,995. There's only room in this town for one Dodge dealer, Ray Brand Dodge. The rest, get out of Dodge.
The trend this election year is change. How about your present sales position? Is it an advancing industry with a product for the future? If you have any concerns about your future, you should call Mr. Michaels at 464-1717. He represents First Communication, the locally owned office, telephone, and equipment company. First Communications needs aggressive, sales-minded, future-sighted individuals with a will to earn and learn. Call Mr. Michaels, 464-1717. 464-1717. First Communications Company.
Hey, George, I heard you just purchased a new heat pump.
Yeah, Bill had it installed last week.
Why in the world did you buy a heat pump?
Well, a heat pump's one piece of equipment that provides comfortable heating and cooling with just the flick of a switch. And for each unit of electricity that goes in, you get 3 units of heat out. I mean, it's like getting a $100 value for only $33.
George, where'd you get your heat pump?
We got it from a contractor member of Louisiana Heat Pump Association. And if you're interested in moving up to the heat pump, just call 1-800-537-4255. They'll provide you with a list of qualified member contractors in your area.
The Saints are on Q93.
As we return, Saints have it first down and 5 at the 49-yard line in New England territory, just underway in the fourth period. In fact, there's still 15 minutes on the scoreboard.
Yeah, we see Wesley Carroll checking in. Chris Port now playing at right tackle. And Bobby Hebert remains the quarterback of the Saints, but perhaps he won't go the entire way. They might sit him down and give Mike Buck some work.
The officials have spotted the football in the wrong place. This is where the Saints had it before the end of the period. Now they have penalized them, 2 yards from the 49 on one side back to the 49. They have put the football in the wrong place. I don't know if the Saints have noticed it or not.
Yeah, they sure have. It should be on the other side of the 50. Well, now they're moving the yard marker back.
Well, it was first and 10 at the 46, though, in their own territory. Now it's at their own 49. The mistake's being made right here on the field unless they move the football. It's at the 49.
Well, they've got the first down marker.
Yeah, it was 1st and 5 after the face mask.
They've got it 1st and 7.
Well, I don't understand that. They had it marked 1st down and 5
you can have
before
a
we broke.
1st and 7.
Well, this I don't understand, and apparently the Saints coaches have either not caught it or don't mind. It's not a factor in the game, it would appear. But that's where it'll go. 1st down and 7. Handoff goes to Dunbar over left tackle, and he is flipped in the air at the 50-yard line and gets back to about the 48. Dwayne Saab flips him. Gain to the 49. It's a 2-yard gain instead of 3.
You're saying it should have been 1st and 10 at the Patriot 49?
1st and 5 after the face mask penalty.
At the Patriot 49?
The Patriot 49 is where they marked it before the end of the 3rd period of play. Now they're back to the 49, but it's 2nd down and 5.
Well, mistakes are killing us. Of course, there's never mistakes made in this radio booth up here. Never.
Well, should the Patriots come from behind and win this, that will be a key part right there. Should that happen.
Well, they're also losing the battle of 1st downs, 15-5 at the end of the 3rd quarter.
2nd down and about 4.5. Handoff goes to Dunbar, and he stopped for a loss, hit in the backfield and dropped at the 50 by David Howard.
Boy, it's got to be discouraging, as you mentioned earlier, to be a member of the Patriots, to be a Patriot fan. Saints fans well remember those days. You know, you got a team like the Saints that seldom runs fakes, faking field goals on the 1-yard line, trying to trick plays against you. Obviously, the Saints didn't have a whole lot of respect for the Patriots in that situation, feeling that they could stop them, they could probably score again anyway. It's a discouraging situation, isn't it? One that you lived through back in 1980.
Yeah, it's a little discouraging. Some of these fans are a little discouraging. A lot of fights going on in the stands up here. A rowdy bunch.
Quinn Early in motion with 4 wide receivers. Hebert out of the shotgun. Back to pass, throws caught by Early. 1st down at the 40, down to the 36-yard line. Rod Smith on the tackle. Early gets it through the crease and gets the Saints their 16th 1st down of the day.
Well, the Saints come with 3 wide receivers. Quinn in motion to this side. He delays. The other 2 clear out, and Quinn comes back in, slanting over the middle. Bobby gets him the football, and he picks up the 1st down.
13-yard pass from the 49 down to the 36. 1st and 10 Saints.
Bobby Hebert nearing 200 yards on the day passing. Should make him 14 for 19 now, enjoying an outstanding day.
12:53 remaining in the game. 28-7 Saints lead. 2 tight ends, 2 wide receivers to the left, 1 running back. Hebert under center, gets the snap, fakes it to Hilliard, back to pass, stands, he throws, in and out of the hands, incomplete. Frank Wainwright, the intended receiver, Dwayne Saab defending. So it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 36-yard line. Again, the Saints arrive home a scheduled 7:45 touchdown at General Aviation this evening.
Seems like a couple of weeks ago that we left General Aviation.
Yeah. You did a pay-per-view last night in Oxford?
Yesterday afternoon. We did the homecoming.
And
Jim Henderson got to see he made his first visit to Ole Miss, and saw homecoming day there in Oxford.
Ole Miss won, huh?
Yeah, good win for Ole Miss against a tough Memphis State team.
3 wide receivers down. Eric Martin is in motion. Handoff, and here's the reverse. Handoff goes to Quinn Early, and he hops over a player at the 35-yard line. It's a double reverse, actually. And Early tackles himself after the hurdle at the 30 down to the 29-yard line. David Howard was there. Handoff goes to Dalton Hilliard, and then Hilliard hands off to Early sweeping.
Well, the Saints are reaching deep into their bag of tricks today. We've seen the fake on the field goal. That's a play the Saints have had in their arsenal for a while. They wanted to use it here today and feel comfortable doing so with a 21-point lead, and the Patriots virtually surrendering in this one.
Down to the 29-yard line. That was a gain of 7. It's 3rd down and 3 from the 29-yard line. 3 wide receivers in the offense once again for the Saints. Carroll wide right, Martin and Early wide left. Hilliard in the backfield with Bobby Hebert out of the shotgun. Drops back even a few more yards, looks over the middle, throws in and out of the hands of Hilliard. He felt he was interfered with by David Howard. I see no flag on the field. It'll be a 4th down, and here comes Morton Anderson.
Poor Bobby Hebert. I guess I'm a little redundant here, but just well protected. Just had all day to look around. Pretty good coverage on the part of the Patriots. Tries to get it in there to Dalton. Incomplete.
This will be
about 5 seconds of pass protection there.
He really did get away with a hold. Looking at it from the backside with CBS providing a goal line shot, Dalton was really being held by the linebacker, and they got away with it.
46-yard field goal attempt. Snap, good shape, ball down, kick in the air. He nailed it. Morton Anderson boots through a 46-yarder. Timeout on the field, 11:40 remaining in the ball game. Saints lead by a score of 31-7. We'll pause for these network messages, but first, proud sponsor of Saints Radio is BC Headache Powder. No matter where you're hurting, nothing works faster than BC Headache Powders. A big seller here at this stadium today. 31-7, Saints lead. Now this for Popeyes.
Dropping to throw now, looking for the screen, looks like he's going to toss it over. He's going to be picked off at the 38, to the 30, down to the 20, the 10, 5, touchdown save.
The footballs are flying, and New Orleans is out to win the West again. And as an official member of the Saints training table, your local Popeyes Chicken and Biscuits is proud to offer the best fans in the league, the Saints Touchdown Special. Enough of our famous New Orleans-style chicken and sides to feed 4 hungry fans and then some. This month's Saints Touchdown Special includes a box of hot, fresh Popeyes chicken, your choice of any 16-ounce side item, and 4 buttermilk biscuits for only $9.99. So come on in to your neighborhood Popeyes for a Saints Touchdown Special at the super party price of just $9.99. Home cooking for the home team. That's what Popeyes Saints Touchdown Special is all about. Pick one up today.
Welcome back to Foxborough, Massachusetts. While we have a moment, Saints fans, you can still order your subscription to Saints Digest, 1-800-334-4005. 1-800-334-4005 for Saints Digest. It's the weekly publication, official publication of the New Orleans Saints Football Club, published 26 times a year, weekly, August through January, and 4 special off-season issues, $32.95 a year, 1-800-334-4005. You have a column this week, Archie?
Yes, I do. Yeah, you don't want to miss it.
What is it on this week?
You have to read it.
Morton Anderson to kick off after booting through the 46-yard field goal. 7 plays, 25 yards. Saints lead 31-7. John Vaughn and Walter Stanley deep to receive. There have been no touchbacks today.
Boys, this is blowout day in the NFL. You want to see some of these scores. I'll give them to you in just a second.
Here's Anderson's kickoff, and this one goes through the end zone for the first touchback of the day. Morton always does that, huh? After booting through a field goal.
He's pumped. There really weren't an awful lot of good matchups on paper heading into today. In fact, this was one of them. USA said this would be the worst game in the NFL this weekend, and they're pretty much right on target.
That's how you look at it. Miami on top of Indianapolis, 28-0. The Vikings, 35. Tampa Bay, 0. Eagles, 24. Raiders, 3. Giants, 13. Green Bay, 7. Really the only close one going on right now. Dallas on top of Detroit, 34-3. And Cleveland, surprisingly, out in front of Houston, 17-0.
I wonder if Warren Moon's playing in that game.
Hodson back to pass out of the shotgun on first down from the 20. He throws. It's caught by Cook after a bobble. 4-yard gain. He's double tackled by Toy Cook and Reggie Jones at the 24.
Well, nice job by Cook bringing that ball in, thrown just slightly behind him, got his hands on it, tipped up, and then brought it in. Really is a good-looking tight end, catches the football.
That was Vaughn Johnson and Reggie Jones on the tackle. Toy Cook nowhere near.
Saints rushing with 4 people, 6 defensive backs in the game. Vaughn Johnson's the linebacker.
Oh, there's a pass to McMurtry. He catches the ball at the 28 and then falls down to the turf. The football was then swiped out of his hands by the defender, and I think now they're going to call it incomplete.
It's Gene Atkins with another big hit. I know we're getting
2 Popeyes pops of the week this week.
We mentioned substitutions being used. Joel Schmengi playing in there at right outside linebacker for the first time this season, I guess.
They're discussing whether it was a completion at the 28 or an incompletion to be moved back.
The players' room, incomplete pass.
And there's your answer from referee Johnny Glyer. Saw Jerry Seaman, who's the director of officials. Nice picture there on the television right now.
Well, they wanted to get you and me in that shot, but we're obscured by the wall, so all they could get was the guy in the middle.
Incomplete. So it'll go as second down and 5 from the 25-yard line. Hodson to pass, throws over the middle, in and out of the hands of the would-be receiver, incomplete. Irving Fryer could not hold on. There were 5 Saints in Fryer's area, 2 of them on him.
Well, they're just taking target practice on Hodson and the receivers right now. I think if they had a choice, the Patriots would put up the white flag and say, let's waive the final 10:53 of this one and go to the locker room. The points have been proven.
Yeah, that's the truth. You could just call this thing off. Somebody could get hurt here in the last 10 minutes.
By the way, that was a 3rd down play, so it's 4th down, even though the down marker had said second down on that play. Just wanted to point that out. So it is 4th down and 5 from the 25-yard line. McCarthy in to punt. Saints will get it back with good field position again, and Vince Buck is deep to receive. He calls for a fair catch at the 40 and gets it. Simple as that. 10:47 remaining in the game. Saints lead 31-7 with the football with timeout. You're listening to Saints football.
Looks like he's going to be out of the game. If you just got put on injured reserve or want to stay in the game, the Sports Medicine Center at Lakeside Hospital can help. A full range of medical professionals are trained to treat everyone from pro athletes, weekend warriors, or Little League champs. The Sports Medicine team can show you how to overcome existing injuries or prevent new ones using modern fitness equipment and medical technology. From sprained ankles to the most complicated injuries. The Sports Medicine Center at Lakeside Hospital. Call 885-FITT. That's 885-3488. Spot the dots and save 40% at Shoetown and Foot in Fashion. Thousands and thousands of red-hot dots on every aisle, in every department, in every Shoetown and Foot in Fashion. 40% off men's and women's apparel. 40% off men's, women, and children's shoes. 40% off previous markdowns included. It's our biggest, best, and greatest sale of the year. Red-hot dots save you 40% and more on shoes, apparel, athletics. Thousands of items at all Shoetown and Foot in Fashion.
Instant request and dedication party only on More Music, More Money, Q93. Hi, I'm your host, A.D. Barry, inviting you once again to talk on the radio. You can use this tool to do and get whatever you want. Straight up. Call me 260-9393. If you're out of town, pick it up 1-800-364-9393 and talk on the radio. Dedicate your favorite song. I'll play it just as long as you say it. We'll dance the night away. We'll slow down and get sexy. Anyway it goes, it's your party. The instant request and dedication party. Weeknights on More Music, More Money, Q93. A.D. Barry.
The Saints are on Q93.
A proud sponsor of Saints Radio Network is Isle of Capri in Biloxi. For Caribbean-style fun and games, it's Isle of Capri. This game is also brought to you by Popeyes. In a moment, we'll be picking our Popeyes Pop of the Game, or maybe Pops of the Game today. We've had a couple of big hits put on by Saints defenders.
Well, Bobby Hebert.
Yeah, Stan Brock back in at right tackle. I don't see really any substitutions. They're going to run up the score.
That's the biggest output of points by the Saints this season, 31.
3 wide receivers. Hebert looks down the field. He throws. It's tipped and intercepted at the 45-yard line. Down to the 40, 35, down to the 30, down to the 25, to the 20, down to the 10, down to the 5, and he scores.
Second week in a row. Second week in a row, linebacker Vincent Brown scored a touchdown, picked up a fumble last week against Buffalo and took it in for the Patriots' only score. And that's what you get when you try to run up the score.
Yeah, you know, Bobby didn't want any part of trying to get in on that tackle. He was heading for the sideline himself. He was going to let him have that one uncontested. Tipped at the line of scrimmage right to Vincent Brown, who motors the rest of the way in.
It was a 49-yard interception return for a touchdown by Vincent Brown. Now coming on to attempt the extra point is Charlie Bauman.
Vincent Brown may be one of the leading scorers for the season for the Patriots.
10:35 remaining in the game. It's 31-13 with the point after. Ball down, held by Hodson, kicked by Bauman's good. Timeout on the field, 10:35 remaining in the game. 31-14 Saints lead. Come into any participating New Orleans Popeyes and register to win free Saints game tickets and a chance for an all-expense-paid trip to Super Bowl during the Saints Super Sweepstakes. There's a new winner every week, so register often. See store for details from your friends at Popeyes and the Saints Network. Well, 31-14, both Patriots scores have come as a result of a Saints offensive mistake. Fumble punt by Marcus Dowdell gave first and goal at the 8 to the Patriots back in the first half. And, of course, Vincent Brown's interception return of 49 yards here in the second half.
Yeah, checking the stats, Vincent now ranks second among Patriots in touchdowns scored this year, trailing Irving Fryer by just 2.
Well, gentlemen, now we look ahead to the upcoming game in San Francisco, and a tough stretch for the Saints with the 49ers, the Redskins, and the Dolphins all coming up. And it looks like the Saints will have emerged from a period in which they could have perhaps been snuck up upon by the likes of the Rams, Phoenix, Tampa Bay, New England. And the Saints will have won them all as they head to San Francisco to take on the 49ers in the battle for first in the NFC West.
Well, a real credit to Coach Mora and his staff, having his team prepared to play week after week. What's the police and the K9 squad doing down there on the sideline?
I can't see a lot of people storming the field after this one. Now, 45,413 fans are in attendance, 7,843 no-shows. That's a pretty good ticket sale.
It's not 45,000 here right now, I can assure you that.
No.
Here's Bowman's kickoff at the 35-yard line, and it is a high end-over-end kick. Will be taken at the 15-yard line by Vaughn Dunbar. Gets away from a would-be tackler at the 20, up to the 30, still running to the 33, maybe the 34-yard line. An 18-yard return by Vaughn Dunbar. Saints have good field position, and here we are starting over again. Tackle made by Kevin Turner.
Are you at all surprised, Archie, that Mike Buck isn't getting a chance to play now under these conditions?
Well, I think normally you'd see a substitution at this point, but as we know through the years, Jim Mora has never liked to do that. I've really never, very seldom seen him change quarterbacks in a game regardless of the circumstances.
Cat calls in the audience. You want to decipher what the meaning behind this cat call is, Jim?
Gee, there could be so many reasons at this stage of the game.
Hebert with 3 tight ends in the lineup, but only 1 wide receiver, 1 running back behind Bobby. And that is Vaughn Dunbar. Gets the handoff, goes over left tackle, and gains from the 33 to the 36. It'll be second down and 7. Tackle made by David Howard. Special thanks to Gail Scalzo and Michael Scheck-Snyder for helping us out here in the booth today. Folks who live up here in the Northeast and come by to say hello. We appreciate their help.
Quite a few Saints fans up here today. Some of the families of the players and coaches up here as well. Paul Boudreaux's wife, Joan. Of course, they lived up here for a while when Paul coached at Boston College. She's up here with some friends. I know Stan Brock's wife and some of their children are up here as well. Just sort of as an historical vacation to see this part of the country. Stan has Lori and the kids usually make 1 road trip a year. They were in Philadelphia before, also this year, a couple this season. Just trying to grasp the local flavor and learn more about our great country.
Well, of course, Stan's brother Pete played for many years, outstanding player for the Patriots.
Second down and 7. Handoff went to Vaughn Dunbar, and he gains up to the 40-yard line. That's a pickup of 4. It's third down and 3 now for the Saints. Tackle made by Eugene Lockhart. Also thanks to Jim Ellis and Erica Whelan for helping us out here in the booth today. It's our spotter and statistician. Football's actually touching the 39, so it'll be a 3-yard gain. Third down and 4 from the 39-yard line. Now the Saints go with 4 wide receivers and Hebert in the shotgun. Just under 9 minutes remaining in the game. 31-14. Saints leading. 3 wideouts to the left. Torrance Small is the only wideout to the right. Dalton Hilliard in the backfield with Hebert. Back to pass. Throws down the far side sideline. Wide open was Wesley Carroll, but it's overthrown and incomplete. Way overthrown.
Well, Wesley was wide open. Looks as though Wesley, though, was running to the corner. Bobby thought he was going to turn downfield through the streak pattern.
Bobby Hebert was plowed over by David Howard after the pass was thrown. So with that, Tommy Barnhart comes on to punt. 4th down play coming up. And it is Walter Stanley deep to receive for the Patriots. They'll get it back with 8:46 remaining here in the final period of play. Line of scrimmage, the 39, snap back in good shape. Pretty good rush. Spiral kick caught by Stanley at the 49-yard line. Gets upfield to, or rather at the 19-yard line. Gets upfield to the 25 and is shoved out of bounds at the 29. A 10-yard return. Toy Cook on the tackle.
Well, this is a rare posture for the Saints announcing team, describing a blowout by the Saints, who have 31 points on the board and 14 for the Patriots. This is, I guess, how the 49er announcing team feels much of the season.
I think it's something the Saints are going to be really excited about. We do see a change of quarterback.
Scott Zolak comes in, first-year product out of Maryland, was the 4th-round draft choice last year. So Zolak comes in to call the signals here late in the game.
He is a big kid. This is a 222, but he's heavier than that, 6'5".
He's out of the shotgun. Zolak stands at the 20. He's hit at the 20, skates free, 25, 30, and then slides down at the 34-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 5 on the play from the 29 to the 34, 2nd and 5.
Well, Turnbull really should have had the sack. Came in from the left defensive end spot, let him slip away and pick up about 5 or 6 yards on the scramble. No huddle offense now for Zolak.
Zolak looks at a 4-man rush of the Saints. 3 wide receivers to the near side, 1 to the right. Out of the shotgun, gets the snap, throws as he's hit. It is complete to Greg McMurtry up to the 36 or 37-yard line. He'll be short of the first down.
Gene Atkins doesn't miss many tackles, does he?
No, he doesn't.
Atkins on that one.
Smenke with a pretty good pass rush, vaulting over the blocker and getting in on Zolak.
Goff in the game, rushing from the defensive tackle spot. With Ray Martin still in the left defensive tackle. 6 defensive backs.
It's a 3-yard gain. Zolak out of the shotgun. Throws as he is hit. It's incomplete. Intended for the tight end, Mark Cook. Incomplete at the 40. It's 4th down and 2 yards to go.
And they can't believe here that they're going to punt this away. Trailing by 17 points with 7:36 to play.
31-14 is the score. Saints have never trailed in the game. It was closest at 0-0. Saints led 14-0. It was cut in half on an 8-yard touchdown run in the first half. Make it 14-7, but that's about it. So into punt, Sean McCarthy will punt from the 25. The line of scrimmage was the 37. Vince Buck calls for fair catch and is obliged at the 27-yard line, back in Saints territory. 36-yard punt, no return, 7:29 remaining in the contest. Saints lead by a score of 31-14. We have timeout. Now this for your Southland.
Now's your chance to see the most exciting and technically advanced lineup in our history. Introducing Jeep and Eagle for 1993 with innovative new models that will truly amaze and thrill you. See the new Jeep Grand Cherokee and the sophisticated new Eagle Vision. Get into the newly designed Summit Coupe for as little as $82.06 and Summit Sedan for a little more. Or drive away in affordable, sporty Eagle Talon DL for about $11,452. You could get great deals on every vehicle in stock. So whatever you do, don't miss the 93s at your Jeep and Eagle dealer. MSRP after $700 cash back on Talon direct from Chrysler, excluding title, taxes, and options. Actual prices may vary. These are limited time offers. Buyer must take delivery from dealer stock. See dealer for details. Jeep is a registered trademark of Chrysler Corporation.
See your Southland Jeep Eagle dealer today.
Party Caribbean style at the Isle of Capri Casino, Mississippi's largest. The Isle is always open for non-stop fun and excitement with live entertainment, free admission, and free parking. So come to the Isle of Capri Casino at Point Cadet in Biloxi. It's a tropical paradise. For information, call 1-800-THE-ISLE.
The Isle of Capri Casino.
Airlines, the official airline of the New Orleans Saints radio network, flies the newest pure jet fleet in America. Southwest Airlines, it's just plain smart.
Bobby Hebert still in there, 14 of 23 for 198 yards. The 3 touchdown passes and also the interception earlier in the quarter turned into a 49-yard return of that for a touchdown by Vincent Brown.
Update a couple of scores. Minnesota 35-7 of Tampa. Giants on top of Green Bay now 27. And Houston to score. They still trail Cleveland 17-7.
On the 27-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Saints, and it's still Bobby Hebert at quarterback. Juan Dunbar behind him. Hebert back to pass, throws over the middle, underthrown and incomplete, intended for Hobie Brenner, I believe, who may have hurt his knee on the play. Slow getting up.
Sure is. And, you know, Bobby Hebert's knocked down again. Number 72, nose guard Tim Goad knifes through, gives him a shot. Hobie's limping, has to come out of the game.
Hebert looks to the sideline for the play to be signaled in. Hayward comes into the lineup. So does Wesley Carroll. It's 2nd down and 10 from the 27-yard line. Saints leading comfortably. 31-14 here with 7:25 in the game. Bobby will go under center on this play with Carroll wide to the left, wide to the right, Torrance Small, Hayward and Dunbar. Pitch goes to Dunbar, sweeping left, cuts up the field, gets a block at the 30-yard line, and gains 2 or 3 more yards up to the 33. It'll be a gain from the 27 to the 33, a 6-yard pickup. 3rd down play and about 4 yards to go. Tackle made by Jerome Henderson.
Like one of the Patriots is down right along the Patriots sideline.
You know, thinking back to what's transpired today, I wonder if Marcus Dowdell will get his punt returning job back next week against the 49ers, provided he's healthy enough to do so. You know, we saw Vince Buck replace him today. I'm counting back. I think the Saints have used 5 punt returners this season. Newman, Lips, Dowdell, Eric Martin, I think, got a chance during that time, and also now Vince Buck. So they've used 5 punt returners, and Marcus with another muff here today that set up the first Patriot touchdown.
Well, I'm sure it's something that really concerns Jim Mora and the coaching staff as they begin this stretch drive.
Injured player Jerome Henderson, he's off the field now. It's 3rd down and 4 yards to go at the 33-yard line. Wholesale offensive changes made now for the Saints. Tight ends out. Hayward and Dunbar out. Bobby Hebert was on the sideline during that injury. Now the clock is put in motion, and so is the play clock at 25. Clock moving, 7:03 remaining in the contest. Saints up 31-14. We'll move to 7-2 on the year. Patriots will drop to 0-9. 4 wide receivers, Hebert in the shotgun with Dalton Hilliard standing alongside. Jogenberg's snap, lob over the middle, in and out of the hands of Eric Martin, incomplete at the 40-yard line. Defending was Rod Smith. Good defensive play, incomplete, 4th down.
Well, you really got to give the fans who are sticking around here credit. It's been pretty cold all afternoon. The contest has really not been in doubt for the most part, and they're going to stick here right till the bitter end. It's a tough sports town to get attraction, be attractive to the fans when you're losing. With all the competition there is here today on a Sunday, the Patriots are on the 10th page of the local sports section.
Here's the punt. It's caught by Walter Stanley at the 28-yard line. He broke free through a moment at the 40, up to the 45, and got out of bounds at the 48-yard line after that punt by Tommy Barnhart. 6:34 remaining in the contest. The Saints, they're a Louisiana legend.
You might want to take another nip off that Tabasco bottle as you did earlier in the first half to warm up.
That was my travel pack, and Rob Fields, who's in charge of network sales, is trying to wean me on this. So I had to carry this with me.
Zolak back in the quarterback. Shotgun formation.
1st and 10 for the 47-yard line. Pass goes to Vaughn. That's John Vaughn at the 50. Crossing the 50 and gets down to the 47-yard line. A pickup of about 6 on the play. 2nd down and 4 coming up.
6:18 to go. Zolak will line his team up in a shotgun formation on the line of scrimmage.
Gonna sit. Back to pass. Zolak out of the shotgun. Rifles one over the middle. It's intercepted. And then the Saints get back up and slides down. Gene Atkins had intercepted it at the 25-yard line. He thought maybe he was down by contact, held the football up, and then decided to run, but they call him down by contact. Saints get a turnover with the interception by Gene Atkins. It was intended for Walter Stanley.
2nd interception of the day by the Saints, who only had 5 of them coming into this game, which is somewhat surprising given the pass rush that they generate week in and week out. And for Gene Atkins, his 2nd interception of this season.
Gene, of course, from his free safety spot, even on the prevent, playing a deep center field there, just reacting to that break-in pattern, ball thrown too far in front of the receiver. Gene makes a nice catch.
Saints will have it 1st down at their own 29-yard line. We'll read the lineup as the huddle is broken. It's still Bobby Hebert at quarterback. Craig Hayward and Vaughn Dunbar behind him. Carroll to the right, Torrance Small to the left. Wainwright, the tight end, set up on the right side of the formation. Pitch goes to Dunbar, sweeping left. Nice across the 30 to the 35. Still on his feet to the 40-yard line. And then falls forward to the 41 or 42 with help from Craig Hayward. It'll be 1st and 10 Saints.
Good hard running by Vaughn Dunbar.
Dunbar will gain from the 29-yard line upfield to about the 41 or 42. We'll wait and see. 12 or 13-yard gain.
Fred Smurlis in the game now on the defensive tackle spots for New England.
Smurlis, a 14th-year player from Boston College, acquired last year, free agent by the Patriots.
Had some great years with the Buffalo Bills.
He's at the 40. That's where they mark his progress stop, so it's an 11-yard gain for Vaughn Dunbar. 5:07 remaining in the game now. Two wide receivers to the left. Pitch to Dunbar over the left side, and he's down for a 1-yard loss. Back to the 39. Tackle made by Tim Gordon. Second down and 11.
Well, you know, you see Dalton run, he seems to set up his blocking so well. Can you learn as a running back to set up blocks? That seems like it's something that Vaughn doesn't do nearly as well.
I don't know. I'm kind of tired of talking about
What would you like to talk about?
I don't know anything about running.
Except for your life.
4.5 minutes remaining in the game.
Oh, they're going to run Ironhead this time.
Split backs. Hayward in the backfield with Dunbar. Bobby Hebert looks at about a 5-man rush. Wide receivers left and right. Wainwright, the tight end on the right. Handoff goes to Ironhead across the 40, up to the 41, maybe the 42. Eugene Lockhart on the tackle. Wrestling match going on.
Oh, yeah, we're getting a little pushing each other. Players saying a few kind things to each other.
It's called a scrum in rugby, isn't it?
You know, one of the things that occurs, too, when you're 0-8, as the Patriots were before this game, they had a lot of guys on their defense listed as questionable prior to this game who decided not to play. I guess when you're in the throes of a winless season, you just as soon sit one out rather than tape it up and play one under those conditions.
It happens.
Tippett was questionable. He didn't play. Singleton was only listed as questionable. He didn't play.
Third down and 8 yards to go. It was a 2-yard gain. Bobby Hebert turns to the referee.
Timeout, New Orleans.
And says that. Real cooking with casual atmosphere. And full of authentic Louisiana sports memorabilia. We're talking about Stonebreaker's Restaurant in Metairie, serving the world's best baby back ribs. Owned and operated by former Saint Steve Stonebreaker, where only a Saint can make such heavenly ribs. Timeout on the field. Saints lead 31-14, 3.5 remaining. On to Frisco next week.
Yeah, that'll be.
It's San Francisco. I heard someone call in saying they don't like to say, you'd say Frisco. I don't really care.
No, I call it Frisco.
Okay, call it Frisco.
The natives out there frown on
They
that.
don't like that, do they?
They don't like Frisco, no. You know, I think for a lot of Saints fans, too, they will look at that game. Fans are hard to please, and they will say, well, sure, the Saints whipped up on a bunch of the lesser lights in the NFL. They usually beat teams that they should. Let's see if they can play with the big boys and win a big game, which sometimes in the past has been difficult, and that's certainly a big one next week.
Well, it really is a big game, and I think Saints fan, everyone should remember, sure, there's a lot of other games left in the season, but it could really mean 2 games, and that the San Francisco beat the Saints in the first game between the 2 teams. So if the Saints lose this one, they'd be 1 game behind them in the standings, but really 2 on the tiebreaker, because that's one of the first tiebreakers that's had to be.
Well, what you're assuming that the 49ers are going to whip up on the Falcons.
That's Monday night.
Here's Hebert to pass on 3rd and long, and it's overthrown and incomplete at the 35-yard line, intended for Quinn Early. 4th down play coming up. That was 3rd and 8 after Hebert's timeout called. 31-14, incomplete pass, 3:21 remaining in the game. Saints in front, and Barnhart in the punt.
I wonder if anyone will be calling in on the talk show asking why Coach Mora is leaving Bobby Hebert in and throwing passes, chance of getting hurt, along with a lot of other people.
I'm sure they will be asking that, and what would your answer be?
I don't know.
Do I look like Jim Mora? Ask him.
Snap back to Barnhart. Archie's not even going to be on his own show this week. Here's Walter Stanley's fair catch at the 17-yard line. And our Monday night show, typically from Stonebreakers at 5:30 in the afternoon. Archie's replacement this week will be Times-Picayune columnist Dave Lagarde.
And a good choice.
Good man.
It's a good choice. You know, you might get Wally pipped on this one. They get Lagarde on there Monday. The show really takes off, and your history, bud.
Good heavens.
I can see it happening.
That punt to the 17-yard line.
Does Lagarde get Archie's fee for that show? Has that been negotiated?
I'll take care of it.
If Archie has to pay it, no.
Get Stoney to give him some baby backs.
Where is this game? Oh, here it is. 3:15 remaining in the contest, and Zolak back to pass out of the shotgun. Rolls to the right, still rolling, looks, throws underhanded as he is blistered on the play and intended for McMurtry, incomplete. And he was smothered by the Saints rush as he let it go.
Yeah, Pig Goff massaged him a little bit just as he released the football.
His choice of verbiage. 31-14, Saints in front, 3:09 remaining in the game. Team arrives at 7:45 schedule time tonight. Scott Zolak, the quarterback, 4th-round draft choice last year, back to pass again, has all day, rolls to his right, now throws, caught by Cook at the 14-yard line, but that'll be a loss from the 18 back to the 14, where it'll be 3rd down and 14 yards to go.
Joel Schmanke again with a good pass rush. And his first chance to play any extensive period of time at right outside linebacker. Looks like Wayne Martin's streak of having a sack in the last 4 games will be snapped today, as he's no longer in there for the most part.
I don't believe Ricky got credit for a sack today, did he?
No, he did not.
Came up with one.
Zolak will run with the football now up to the 20, gets up to the 24, maybe the 25-yard line as he had to scramble. He needed to reach the 27, so he's short of a first down with 2:25 remaining here. The play clock is rolling. They can wait to the 2-minute warning before making a decision, but it appears they already have.
Well, I got to just let it run. They ought to do this like a spring game. Just let the clock run here. And Charlie McCarthy's had a lot of action today, the punter for the Patriots.
McCarthy stands at his 10-yard line. Line of scrimmage is the 25 after that scramble of 11 yards, and we've reached the 2-minute warning. 31-14, Saints in front, 2 minutes remaining in the game with timeout. You're listening to Saints football.
Exxon Shop salutes the 26th Saints season with special savings they're passing on to you. Save with the Tiger all season long. Stop in your local convenient Exxon Shop near you and stock up on plenty of Lipton tea. Try the new Lipton Original Fresh Brewed Iced Tea in 16-ounce bottles for only 99 cents. The only real brewed tea available at all participating Exxon shops. Rely on the Tiger. Rely on your Exxon shops. Stock up on plenty of 2-ounce bags of assorted Zap chips. Now 2 for 99 cents at all participating Exxon shops. Prices may vary at participating locations. When the joys of homeownership bog down in financial responsibilities like a new roof or an extra room, remember, homeownership can also mean financial opportunity like home equity. Let Jefferson Savings help you meet those responsibilities and talk with your tax advisor about the money-saving opportunities of an any-purpose home equity loan. Jefferson Savings and Loan Association, an equal housing lender.
Hi, I'm the midday guy here at Q93. My name's LBJ, and for whatever reason, you're invited to listen to the oldies I'll Request Lunch Hour.
Could you play, Me and Mrs. Jones?
Me and Mrs. Jones?
Yeah.
Will that song happen to hold any significant relevance in your life?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just got rid of one, and now I got another one.
You got another Mrs. Jones?
Yeah.
Oh, in other words, it's someone's wife.
Hey, you got it.
We'd like to believe that you'd listen for the music. But whatever reason you figure you might want to listen, it's the oldies I'll Request Lunch Hour. The very best from yesterday and yesteryear. It happens right here at 12 noon every day on Mo Music, Mo Money. Q93.
The Saints are on Q93.
Welcome back to this frenzied crowd at Foxborough Stadium in Foxborough, Massachusetts, the Boston suburb, the Patriots and the Saints. New Orleans Saints leading 31-14. Sean McCarthy to punt from his own 10, the line of scrimmage, the 25. Buck deep to receive for the Saints. Snap back in good shape. Not a big rush. A wobbly punt and fair catch called for and received by Buck at the 45-yard line. Saints will take over again, and Bobby Hebert, after the 30-yard punt, trots out onto the field to run the show.
Well, Archie, make a prediction. Will the Patriots win a game this year?
Yeah. I look at their schedule. Are they playing Boston College?
Well, they've got Indianapolis next week.
It's a possibility.
At Indianapolis.
Oh, never mind.
Who else?
Hebert looks at a 5-man defensive front from the 45, first down and 10. A flanker, Wainwright, in motion from right to left with wide receivers left and right as well. Handoff goes to Dunbar, and he wiggles through the 45-yard line up to the 47. Pickup of 2 at second down and 8. Timeout has been called. Who did that?
Who called that?
Oh, boy. Man, why would they want...
They blew it.
You know, it's 4th and 2, and you don't even go for it. You punt the ball away, and then you start calling timeouts as if you're still in the ball game when the Saints get their hands on the ball offensively.
Twice on 4th and 2 they punted, up around the 40, close to midfield.
Men, we need to name that Pop of the Game winner.
Hey, how about Gene Atkins?
Gene Atkins.
Gene Atkins it is. ×2 today. So congratulations to Gene Atkins, our weekly winner. Our pick for this week's Popeyes Pop of the Game were Gene Atkins' 2 pops that he's made on receivers in this contest. In recognition of the Popeyes Pop of the Game, Gene will designate a local charity to receive $500. Congratulations in advance to the charity and to Gene Atkins. Tune in next week for our Pop of the Game selection, brought to you by your local Popeyes famous fried chicken and biscuits. You can register to win Saints game tickets in the Saints Super Sweepstakes. Second down, 8 yards to go from the 47-yard line. Split backfield behind Hebert. Handoff goes to Dunbar, and he gains across the 50-yard line to the 49. A pickup of 4. It'll be third down and 4 coming up.
Another timeout.
There's another one.
This represents cruel and unusual punishment for the fans left on hand here. They could be at the comfort of their fireplace or a nearby watering hole. But they've stuck around to the end, and they're rewarded by the Patriots not going for it on 4th and 2 and then punting it away and calling timeouts as the Saints try to run out the clock on this 31-14 victory.
1:38 remaining with the clock stopped. Of course, the next home game is Monday Night Football against the Washington Redskins in a couple of weeks.
That'll be a good one.
Look forward to that. Next week we'll be in San Francisco.
Well, the coaching situation, of course, the illness to Dick McPherson, Dante Scarnecchia in charge today. You think he's calling those timeouts? You know, Joe Collier's the defensive coordinator. Dick Curry, the offensive coordinator. They say they're kind of, maybe someone else will be the head coach next week. Your turn.
Third down play for the Saints and about 3.5 yards to go from the 48.5 in New England territory. Bobby Hebert was split back. John Tice, a flanker on the right side, and a wide receiver small to the left. Handoff goes to Dunbar. He runs fast and then stops very quickly at the 47, right into the grasp of Vincent Brown, who makes the tackle. Timeout will be called once again with 1:29 remaining in the game. So the Patriots will get it back with 90 seconds remaining, or just under that. 1:29 in the contest. Wrap-up show. Jim will be in the locker room to talk with Saints coaches and players. Oh, is it Archie today? Oh, that's good.
Taking over those duties today. Only when we win, I talk to Saints coaches and players.
Is that in his contract too?
Yeah, it's in it too. It's a mile long, that contract.
You know, someone called in and asked during the Jim Fink show this week, Archie, if you why you wouldn't do ESPN or pro games, and Jim Fink's explained that your sons, you wanted to follow their careers, and that hadn't been a big deal, and the man was worried that that maybe he didn't have enough to do, and Jim Fink said, look, Archie Manning has more angles than a $20 diamond.
Was I supposed to respond to that?
Well, I thought it was a compliment. Just got a lot of deals in the making. We'll pause for an ID in just a moment. Tommy Barnhart to punt. The line of scrimmage is the 47. It's 4th down and about 1.5 yards. Walter Stanley back deep to receive. Pats will get it back. Snap back in good shape. Barnhart gets a very nice punt away this time. It will hit at the 1-yard line. Still rolling on the 1 and finally goes into the end zone. A 47-yard punt and touchback. It'll be 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line for the Patriots. Let's pause 15 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Saints football.
CJ and Company in the morning.
The oldies Our Request lunch hour.
AED.
The Our Request and dedication party.
93 in a row.
Mo money.
And now the Saints. You're listening to Q93, WQUE-FM New Orleans, the FM station for the New Orleans Saints.
Welcome back. Archie will have scores in a moment. Patriots break huddle, 1st and 10 from the 20-yard line. Splitting wide to the right side will be McMurtry. Irving Fryer splits wide to the near side. There's 2 men in the slot to the right. Quarterback is Scott Zolak, first-year player out of Maryland. There's a pass
pass complete to Mark Cook, the tight end, crossing the 25 up to the 26, a 6-yard gain.
Dallas wins. This game's over 37-3 over Detroit. Giants beat Green Bay 27-7. Miami 28, Indianapolis nothing. That's a final. And the Vikings defeat Tampa Bay 35-7.
I wonder if Sam Weiss said after that game that the Minnesota Vikings are the best team in the NFL.
There was a fumble on the snap. Zolak out of the shotgun, then fell on it. You think if we didn't do play-by-play of this last series, it would matter?
Well, we missed almost a whole series earlier in the game.
Yeah, early in the game.
Thanks to our crack engineer, Bob Carroll.
Long way, Carroll.
3rd down and 10 from the 20. Zolak, after the 6-yard loss out of the shotgun, rolls to the right. Now he'll run it up to the 25. He gets the first down at the 30 and is tackled at the 33-yard line. Clock still moving with 28 seconds remaining in the game. Gene Atkins on the tackle. Zolak wants to run one more play.
Eagles lead now 31-3. That one's virtually over. Also, 4th quarter, Cleveland 24, Houston 14.
Zolak out of the shotgun, 14 seconds remaining. This should be the last play unless there's an incompletion. And the pass is incomplete. It was intended for Coates. Out of the shotgun, he drops it. 8 seconds remaining. We understand that the Cleveland game with Houston is now a final, so the Browns win.
Talking to some of the people with the Patriots prior to this game, they thought Cleveland was a horrible football team when they played. Of course, where the Patriots talk, I guess, at this point in the season, but they were really not impressed by the Browns at all. Really should have beaten them before losing 19-17. They could have beaten the Bills perhaps last week as well, but this was one-sided from the very beginning.
8 seconds remaining. Zolak completes it to Coates. He fumbles the football while being tackled. There's a big scramble for it. 0 show on the clock. Let's see if the Saints recover the fumble. Wouldn't that be an official stat if that does take place? Well, we'll have to tell you about that in the locker room show coming up. That's today's game broadcast. The final score, Saints 31, Patriots 14. Now stay tuned for the wrap-up show. In 2 minutes, you're listening to Saints football.
Spot the dots and save 40% at Shoetown and Foot in Fashion. Thousands and thousands of red-hot dots on every aisle, in every department, in every Shoetown and Foot in Fashion. 40% off men's and women's apparel. 40% off men's, women, and children's shoes. 40% off previous markdowns included. It's our biggest, best, and greatest sale of the year. Red-hot dots save you 40% and more on shoes, apparel, athletics. Thousands of items at all Shoetown and Foot in Fashion.
Monday, the New Orleans Saints are on WQNO 26. I'm Alexander Laurent. Join us Monday at 7 for Saints Sideline, the official video magazine of the New Orleans Saints. This week, it's a family affair for the Swillings, as we meet Pat's family behind the scenes of his recent birthday party. We'll give you the final word on today's Patriots game, and we'll look ahead to next week's NFC West showdown with the San Francisco 49ers. Join us for Saints Sideline, Monday at 7 on WGNO TV, Channel 26.
Looks like he's going to be out of the game. If you just got put on injured reserve or want to stay in the game, the Sports Medicine Center at Lakeside Hospital can help. A full range of medical professionals are trained to treat everyone from pro athletes, weekend warriors, or Little League champs. The Sports Medicine team can show you how to overcome existing injuries or prevent new ones using modern fitness equipment and medical technology. From sprained ankles to the most complicated injuries. The Sports Medicine Center at Lakeside Hospital. Call 885-FITT. That's 885-3488.
In New Orleans, there will always be snowball stands in the summertime. You can depend on it. And since 1883, New Orleans has depended on the Whitney National Bank. In a time when the financial stability of your bank is more important than ever before, more and more people depend on the Whitney. Our dedication to customer service and personal banking relationships has remained uninterrupted for more than 100 years. Stable, competitive, personal, the Whitney. With 32 Metro New Orleans locations to serve you. Member FDIC.
The Saints are on Q93. Saints football proudly sponsored on radio by Southwest Airlines, providing frequent flights and low fares, which is why flying Southwest Airlines is just plain smart. And by Popeye's famous fried chicken and biscuits, official training table product of the New Orleans Saints. And by Ford Quality Care. It may be your car, but it's still our baby.
Welcome back to Foxborough, Massachusetts. Dave Garrett along with Archie Manning and Jim Henderson as we wrap this one up. Saints winning today 31-14 to move to 7-2 on the year. Patriots dropped to 0-9 on the season. Saints, of course, started very nice in this game. had to punt away a couple of times, but on their third offensive possession of the contest, the Saints recovered a John Vaughn fumble and took over at the 11-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 11, ran 2 running plays, and on 3rd down and 8 from the 9-yard line, Bobby Hebert hit Quinn Early on a 9-yard pass to lead by a score of 7-0. Later on, though, Bobby Hebert would hook up with Quinn Early once again as the Saints took back over 3 plays and out after the Patriots had given it up and drove 5 plays and 64 yards. Hebert hitting Quinn Early on another pass for 39 yards for the score. The Saints were up by a score of 14-0. The Saints fumbled a punt recovered by Roger Brown. Marcus Dowdell bobbled the punt. Roger Brown recovered, and Leonard Russell on 1st and goal from the 8-yard line scores an 8-yard touchdown run over the right side with 13:12 remaining in period number 2. It was 14-7. Saints then took back over, ran 3 plays and out. Same for the Patriots, 3 plays and out. And Dalton Hilliard and Bobby Hebert hooked up on a play we'll hear at this point. Saints taking over at their own 17-yard line and driving 10 plays and 83 yards to go up 21-7 on this strike from Bobby Hebert to Dalton. One running back behind quarterback Bobby Hebert under center, and that's Dalton Hilliard. From the 12-yard line, a very long signal count. Play clock to 5. Hebert fakes, rolls to his right, throws back to Hilliard, wide open at the 5. Touchdown Saints! Saints go up by a score of 21-7, and that's the way the first half ended, with the Saints up by a score of 21-7, and of course the game well in hand at that point against the Patriots. You're listening to the wrap-up show, and we'll take a look at the second half, and here's some more plays coming up in just a moment. 31-14, the final score here in Foxborough, Massachusetts, and we'll have more after these messages. You're listening to Saints Football.
These days in business, you have to look at problems as challenges. For instance, they cut my department's travel budget in half and said I had to keep sending out the same number of people. Okay, I accepted the challenge and found a solution. Southwest Airlines Friends Fly Free offer. You can buy 1 round-trip ticket at their low, unrestricted fare, and a friend flies with you free, anywhere Southwest Airlines flies. And friends aren't just spouses and pals. They're bosses and partners and clients, too. There's no advance purchase on a Friends Fly Free ticket either. Just make a reservation at least 24 hours in advance and stay over for 1 night. By the way, this offer doesn't include local airport taxes up to $12 round trip each. If your plans change at the last minute, Southwest Friends Fly Free tickets are fully refundable. And although seats are limited right now, they're available all week long. Friends Fly Free only on Southwest Airlines. It's the perfect solution to cut your business budget or to turn a short business trip into a long weekend. Call 1-800-I-FLY-SWA. It's just plain smart.
When it comes to getting your Ford serviced, you don't want any surprises. That's why Interstate Ford in Metairie keeps the prices for the most common services listed on a menu over the service counter, so you can see what the charges are up front. Like an engine tune-up for as low as $39.95. Stop in at Interstate Ford, 3724 Veterans Boulevard in Metairie anytime. There are no surprises here. Quality care. It may be your car, but it's still our baby.
I love it here. It's fantastic.
The President Casino is the class of the coast.
We had a great Las Vegas. Eat your heart out.
The Southern hospitality is great.
The President Casino at the Broadwater in Biloxi. Open 24 hours every day. Free admission, free parking. Come and go as you please. Call 1-800-THE-PREZ.
Welcome back to Foxborough, a very empty stadium at this point. Saints in the locker room. We'll be going to Archie Manning to talk with Coach Mora and players in a moment. In the wrap-up show, Saints leading at the halftime by a score of 21-7, scored 2 more times in the second half. First one on a Vaughn Dunbar 1-yard touchdown run. Saints had it 1st and goal at the 1 after taking over after Toy Cook had intercepted a Tommy Hodson pass. Bobby Hebert also hit Dalton Hilliard for a 27-yard strike down to the 1-yard line, and Vaughn Dunbar ran it over for 1 yard out. 4-play, 32-yard drive with 2:28 remaining in the third period of play. Saints were up by a score of 28-7. Their only other score of the day was a Morton Anderson 46-yard field goal with the win late in the third period of play. Anderson's field goal made it 31-7, and the only other score today was the Patriots. Bobby Hebert back to pass after the Saints had received a punt from New England. Hebert's pass was tipped Vincent Brown got the tip at the 49-yard line, ran it down the near side sideline all the way to the end zone for a touchdown. That made it 31-14 with the point after, and that's the way the Saints win it today. We'll have some statistics to look at in just a moment, and we'll also be going to the locker room with Archie Manning in just a moment after the Saints win it today by a score of 31-14. Again, the touchdowns, Bobby Hebert, a 9-yard pass to Quinn Early. Hebert hit Early on a 39-yard wide open pass to end the first quarter. Hebert also hit Hilliard on a 12-yard scoring strike. Vaughn Dunbar had a 1-yard touchdown run, and Morton Anderson kicked a 46-yard field goal. Those are the Saints scoring plays of the day. And Gene Atkins had the Popeyes pop of the game today for a couple of brutal hits that he put on pass receivers this afternoon. So Gene Atkins, the recipient of our Popeyes pop of the game. More after these local messages. You're listening to Saints Football.
Includes rebate, tax, title, license, uncluded, ranking according to Chrysler. Car buyers! Right now's the best time to buy a new car or truck at Ray Brandt Dodge. Now through Saturday, get the 93 3/4-ton high-top conversion van for $15,995, or the low-top conversion van for $14,995, and the 92 full-size D150 pickup is $10,995. There's only room in this town for one Dodge dealer, Ray Brandt Dodge. The rest, get out of Dodge!
Monday, the New Orleans Saints are on WQUE-AM 26. I'm Alexander Laurent. Join us Monday at 7 for Saints Sideline, the official video magazine of the New Orleans Saints. This week, it's a family affair for the Swillings, as we meet Pat's family behind the scenes of its recent birthday party. We'll give you the final word on today's Patriots game, and we'll look ahead to next week's NFC West showdown with the San Francisco 49ers. Join us for Saints Sideline, Monday at 7 on WGNO TV, Channel 26.
The newest resort on the Biloxi Gulf Coast, the Grand Biloxi Beach Resort, has put together something special for all you big winners, just so you don't have to wait in line. They have arranged for your VIP entrance to the Isle of Capri Casino and the Biloxi Bell Casino. The big winners plan also includes room for two, all bar drinks, your choice of a meal daily, tax, and transportation, all for $59 per person per night. Some restrictions apply. Don't wait in line. Be a VIP at the Grand Biloxi Beach Resort. Call 1-800-325-9384.
What can you buy for $9.95 these days?
We deliver.
Quite a lot. With Express Mail overnight delivery service from your post office. For less than $10, you put the full power of the United States Postal Service to work for you. Over 700,000 men and women ready to do whatever it takes to assure next morning delivery. Express Mail service, just $9.95 for up to 8 ounces. Sponsored by your Postal Service.
The Saints are on Q93.
Welcome back to Foxborough. Saints winning 31-14, now 7-2 on the year at San Francisco next week. It's a 3 o'clock Central Time kickoff. Airtime at 1:40 for our network affiliates along the Saints network line. The Patriots drop to 0-9 on the season and play Indianapolis on the road in a noon kickoff next week. Patriots have the Colts, Jets, Atlanta, the Colts again, Kansas City, Cincinnati, and Miami remaining on the schedule. The Saints, of course, play at San Francisco and have 3 home games in a row, Washington, Miami, Atlanta, all in that short time period. Monday Night Football, then Sunday, and then a following Thursday, and then close out with the Rams on the road, Buffalo at home, and the Jets on the road the day after Christmas. Once again, the final score, Saints 31, Patriots 14. This is David Garrett speaking for Archie Manning and Jim Henderson, our game producer Bob Carroll. Our statistician today was Erica Whelan. Jim Ellis was our spotter. In-studio producer Craig Logston. Vice President in charge of Clear Channel Sports is Tim West. Director of Network Sales, Rob Fields. Executive Producer Ron Hayes. Engineer Chester Grubbs. Also special thanks once again to Gail Scalzo and Michael Scheckschneider for their help in the booth today. Stay tuned for the Locker Room Show, live with Archie Manning. Today's broadcast was originated and produced by Clear Channel Sports Networks, subsidiary of Clear Channel Communications Incorporated. This is a copyright broadcast. Stay tuned for the Locker Room Show and the NFL Scoreboard Show right here on the Saints Network.
Saints football on the New Orleans Saints radio network is proudly sponsored by Southwest Airlines, providing frequent flights and low fares, which is why flying Southwest Airlines is just plain smart. By Popeyes Fried Chicken and Biscuits, an official training table product of the New Orleans Saints. By Ford Quality Care. It may be your car, but it's still our baby. By Sears Brand Central, the brand you want at the store you trust.
By your Southland Jeep and Eagle dealer. Remember, there's only one Jeep. By Pennzoil Motor Oil and Gum Out, available at all Walmart stores. By BC Headache Powder. No matter where you're hurting, nothing works faster. By Tabasco brand products, Tabasco Sauce, 7-Spice Chili, and Tabasco Bloody Mary Mix. They're Louisiana legends. By Isle of Capri and Biloxi. Isle of Capri for Caribbean-style fun and games. And in Louisiana, by the Louisiana Lottery. Now stay tuned for our visit in the Saints locker room. You're listening to New Orleans Saints football.
Tonight on In Living Color, David Wayans returns as Homie the Clown.
Homie don't play that.
And he's got a little surprise waiting for him. His long-lost son.
I suppose this is where he's supposed to hug and have that tender little moment. I don't think so.
Meet Homie Jr. on an all-new In Living Color. Then, what happens when one of the hottest comedians in the country meets the coolest cast on television? You'll find out when we do, as Sinbad guest stars on Rock Live. Then, on Married with Children, it's shocking, it's unbelievable, it's pathetic. Kelly Bundy finally gets a job.
I'm a waitress.
It's Bundy history in the making.
This is the proudest day of my life, and will remain so until the day your mother leaves me.
On an all-new Married with Children, tonight on Fox.
Tonight, starting at 7 on WNOL Fox 38.
Call Pizza Hut Delivery now for 3 new wild-style chicken pizzas, including new tangy barbecue chicken pizza, new savory garlic and herb chicken pizza, and new spicy chicken fajita pizza. 3 new tastes, all topped with grilled white chicken breast, and 3 new sauces and seasonings. Get 1 medium for just $9.99. New wild-style chicken pizzas available for a limited time at participating Pizza Hut outlets. Limited delivery area.
Extra license not included. Prices include rebates. Car buyers, Ray Brent, Louisiana's #1 Nissan dealers, racing to sell over 300 new cars and trucks this month during Car Wars 2. Ray Brent Nissan declares war on high prices. Now through Saturday, buy a luxurious new car at Ray Brent Nissan and get $1,500 cash back for your Christmas shopping at Ray Brent Nissan during Car Wars 2. 1884 West Bank Expressway, Harvey. Ray Brent Nissan, guns down the competition.
The Saints are on Q93.
It's time to head to the locker room. The New Orleans Saints Network continues our exclusive live coverage of the Saints with interviews with the coaches and players in the Saints locker room.
Welcome back to Foxborough, Massachusetts, and the Saints Radio Network Locker Room Show. Without further ado, let's go to the locker room. A great day for Bobby Hebert with touchdown passes aplenty to Quinn Early, 2, and 1 to Dalton Hilliard. And with Bobby Hebert's our own Archie Manning.
Well, it really was a great day for Bobby Hebert. The Saints got off to a good start, got some good drives. Bobby, 3 first-half touchdown passes, and you were provided with excellent pass protection, especially in the first half.
Yeah, we really blocked well, controlled the line of scrimmage. We would have liked to control the line of scrimmage a little better in the running game at times, but, with the play-action pass and the few things that we did do with drop back, I think offensive line did a great job, and we were able to make plays.
Well, I know Quinn Early had to be excited to catch that first touchdown. Looked like it was a play where you had to move out of the pocket. Didn't feel like you could probably run far enough. You had some running room, but not far enough to get the first down or touchdown. And then Quinn did a good job for you where he broke back to the middle and came back towards you and gave you a good place to throw the football.
Right, they had pretty good coverage on that particular snap. It was kind of an ad-lib situation on the touchdown. I was going to take off and run, but I had to get like 10 yards for the score. We couldn't get a first down, and as soon as I stepped up, I kind of went laterally, and Quinn broke the open hole, and I was able to get him the ball, and he made a big play. And on the second one...
Yeah, I wanted to ask you about that. Did they blow a coverage?
No, exactly. I don't think they were blowing a coverage, but we haven't shown that particular route out of that play-action set. And the guy who was guarding him short thought he wasn't going to run a post, thought he was waiting for him in or out type thing, and he just got open down the middle, and I was glad I saw the same thing that he saw, and it was a big play.
Well, that was a nice throw, too, to Quinn Early, and got him in the end zone. And then, of course, later in the second quarter, another play action. You had a lot of success today with play action. You faked to Dalton Hilliard, looked to your right, and then threw back to your left to Dalton Hilliard, who was wide open and took it in the end zone.
Yeah, they were really overplaying the bootleg situation that we had run in previous games. And so I just read it, and Dalton did a good job sitting right in the hole and like I said, they were really trying to stop Eric on that type of stuff, on the boot stuff, and I was able to get Dalton the ball, and he got in the end zone.
Well, Bobby, congratulations on a great day, and a big one next week.
Yes, it's a big one. I guess that's what, you play for, but, Coach Mora has emphasized us playing, one game at a time, and the 49ers are next game, so now people can talk about, are we thinking about the 49ers definitely now, because that's the next game, and, it's a game we have to win.
Thanks a lot.
All right, Archie, thank you. And we'll be back with more of the locker room. Coach Mora coming up as well here on the Saints Network after this for Castrol and Sears Brand Central.
If you've been putting off your car's oil change, do it now. Today's 4- and 6-cylinder cars are really tough on motor oils. Drive into Penn's Lube and Go in Greenwood, Mississippi, and Penn's Lube in Monroe, Louisiana, and get a complete Castrol GTX oil change. While you're there, register to win free Saints tickets. The job will be done fast and done right using Castrol. Castrol provides maximum protection against both viscosity and thermal breakdown. Spruce up your car's engine at Penn's Lube and Go in Greenwood, Mississippi, and Penn's Lube in Monroe, Louisiana.
When you're spending hard-earned money on electronics, appliances, and home office equipment, it's good to know there'll always be a store you can trust, Sears Brand Central. You can count on more top brands, more service people, affordable credit options, and most important, a name backed by over 100 years of quality, integrity, and constant good values. No wonder more people buy more top brands from the store they trust, Sears Brand Central.
You can count on me, Sears, Roebuck and Company.
Welcome back to Foxborough. Let's go back down to the locker room. Archie Manning talking with Wayne Martin.
Right, Dave. I'm visiting here with Wayne Martin. Wayne had a chance for a sack early in the game, let him slip away from you, and then never got another one. A few other players cashed in on one, but Frank Warren said early in the week, race to the quarterback, and y'all had some good pressure today.
Yeah, it turned out to be that. We had pressure on him all day, and it just helped our defense out, gave our offense the ball, good field position, and just won the game for us.
Did the Patriots come out with any, I know it's a struggling team, not won a game, they really surprised you with anything, come out with anything new?
They really didn't, the things that they had, we saw on film is what they had did, and they basically, like we thought they would be, and we shut them down.
They've done a good job. They've got, of course, Irvin Fryer, who caught a lot of passes on the year, and of course they like to throw their tight end a good deal, but Tommy Hodson, y'all just really made it tough on him. You tipped some balls right there, got a lot of pressure on him, and just never really let him get on track.
That's true. Anytime you can, put pressure on a young quarterback, it's going to rally him a little bit, and we got a chance to do that today, and it helped us out. It just took the game away from him.
It looked like you really had it in control, then unfortunately fumbled a punt, let them get their first score, the first rushing touchdown of the year for the Patriots.
Yeah, well, things like that are unfortunate, like fumbling the ball and stuff, but it's our job going to stop them, and we didn't do it. And we just had to make amends for it.
Well, next week, second week in a row, on the road to San Francisco. Unfortunate loss, tough loss to San Francisco early in the year. What's your thoughts on that game?
I think, we're going to all be fired up, and, it's the kind of game that, you play football for, and it's going to be just a great game. We're going to both be 7-2, fighting for the lead in division. It's the kind of games you live for.
Well, Wayne, wish you a lot of luck. Thanks for visiting with us.
All right, Archie, thank you, too. We'll be back down the locker room in a moment after these local messages. You're listening to Saints Football.
The trend this election year is change. How about your present sales position? Is it an advancing industry with a product for the future? If you have any concerns about your future, you should call Mr. Michaels at 464-1717. He represents First Communication, the locally owned office, telephone, and equipment company. First Communications needs aggressive, sales-minded, future-sighted individuals with a will to earn and learn. Call Mr. Michaels, 464-1717. 464-1717. First Communications Company.
When Royal Oldsmobile Mazda says they're the dealership that's different, they're not kidding. We're talking really different. I'll let them tell you about it.
We're here when you need us, evenings, Saturdays, and even most holidays.
The people seem more caring. They aren't pushy.
Of course, our number one concern is customer satisfaction.
Once someone buys an automobile from Royal, then they are truly treated royally.
Take it from the pros who know. Royal Oldsmobile Mazda, the dealership that's different.
It's Sunday Night Oldies on More Music, More Money, Q93 at 8 o'clock with me, A.D. Barry.
You gotta smile, don't cry. You know you could have been a candle.
Sunday night. I know that 8 o'clock is a little too early to hit the sack. While other radio stations are trying to put you to sleep, join me, A.D. Barry, for lots of feel-good music at your request.
Call me and dedicate on the radio your favorite oldie, fast or slow. So get the most out of your Sunday with Sunday Night Oldies starting at 8 p.m. on More Music, More Money, Q93.
It's a shame the way you mess around with your man. It's a shame.
The Saints are on Q93.
Here's some stats. Bobby Hebert, 14 of 26, 198 yards. His longest pass of the day was the 39-yard touchdown pass to Quinn Early. He also threw one interception but had 3 touchdown passes. Leading receiver today, most yards, Quinn Early, 3 receptions for 62. He also caught 2 touchdown passes. Dalton Hilliard, 4 receptions, 51 yards, 1 touchdown reception as well. The leading rusher was Vaughn Dunbar, 17 carries, 52 yards. He also scored a touchdown from 1 yard out. We'll look at some more stats in just a moment. Right now we go to the locker room and Archie Manning holding on with Pat Swilling.
Yeah, I'm talking to Pat Swilling. Pat had a chance early in the game, recovered a fumble, set up a touchdown.
Yeah, and most of the guys said I should have picked the ball up and ran with it, but it was on the sideline, and I didn't want to try to pick it up and kick it out of bounds or something. We needed possession, and I dived on it, and fortunately, Coach Mora, he looked at me and said, great decision, so, I felt good about it. I wish I could have scored, but it gave our offense an opportunity to go in and score, and that's what happened, in the end.
Well, we commented on that. It really is, of course, you like to pick up a fumble and get a touch. When that ball's going toward the sideline, you feel pretty silly trying to pick it up and kick it out of bounds, right, and the other team have possession.
And I've seen it happen so many times, and I said, well, I'll dive on it, and Bobby went in and scored with our offense, and that's what you want to see happen. It was a good play for us.
Yeah, without being overconfident, the defense had to have a very confident feeling, though, going into this football game, especially with all the changes, the injuries, and then the changes going on in the offensive line for the Patriots.
Yeah, we felt pretty confident that we can go in and play good defense, but you never want to take anyone for granted, any team for granted. Our guys went out, executed the defense that Steve Sewell called, and played really well, and that's what you want to do when you're playing a team like that. That is a little down, but you don't want to take them for granted. You want to go out and execute and do the things that you do well.
Defense has to be really excited. Of course, you started the year with a loss, and even though the defense has played well all year, last year you were number 2 throughout the season in total defense, just about all categories. This year started high. I mean, the numbers just weren't quite there. Worked your way before today's game down to number 4 in the NFL in defense, and I would say with the minimum amount of yardage that the Patriots got today, you're creeping even closer.
Yeah, we're coming around. Our guys are playing really good defense. We seem to have gelled really well defensively. Our defensive backs are doing a great job again. Our rush time, Gene Atkins having a Pro Bowl year. Tor Cook is playing really well. It's good to see those guys over there playing well. Our guys up front right now, Jim Wilkes, Frank Warren, our guys are doing a great job of getting pressure, and it's a total overall effort, and it's good to see our defense come around the way it can.
Well, Pat, congratulations on another great outing. Good luck next week.
Thanks, Archie.
All right, Archie, thank you. We'll be back, and in a moment, we'll still be talking with Coach Jim Mora. A couple of other stats to pass you. Saints got 4 first downs today, 17-6 over the Patriots. 118 yards rushing for the Saints compared to 84 for New England. 198 passing for the Saints compared to 38 for New England. Total yardage 316 to 122. Now these network messages.
The footballs are flying, and New Orleans is out to win the West again. And as an official member of the Saints training table, your local Popeyes Chicken and Biscuits is proud to offer the best fans in the league, the Saints Touchdown Special. Enough of our famous New Orleans-style chicken and sides to feed 4 hungry fans and then some. This month's Saints Touchdown Special includes a box of hot, fresh Popeyes chicken, your choice of any 16-ounce side item, and 4 buttermilk biscuits for only $9.99. So come on in to your neighborhood Popeyes for a Saints Touchdown Special at the super party price of just $9.99. Home cooking for the home team. That's what Popeye's Saints Touchdown Special is all about. Pick one up today.
Dropping back to the end zone, Craig dancing around, throwing to the sideline, and is picked off by Troy Cook at the 30. He's to the 28. He's down to the 20-yard line, diving forward to the 19. The Saints have it anyway.
If you've been putting off your car's oil change, do it now. Today's 4- and 6-cylinder cars are really tough on motor oils. Drive into Penn's Lube & Go in Greenwood, Mississippi, and Penn's Lube in Monroe, Louisiana, and get a complete Castrol GTX oil change. While you're there, register to win free Saints tickets. The job will be done fast and done right using Castrol. Castrol provides maximum protection against both viscosity and thermal breakdown. Spruce up your car's engine at Penn's Lube & Go in Greenwood, Mississippi, and Penn's Lube in Monroe, Louisiana.
The Isle of Capri Casino introduces Caribbean Fun Spots. Collect Caribbean Fun Spots for more fun and more value. It's colorful, exciting, and very rewarding. Get your Caribbean Fun Spots at Mississippi's favorite fun spot, the Isle of Capri Casino at Point Cadet in Biloxi. For information, call 1-800-THE-ISLE.
I love the Isle of Capri Casino. Hey, I love the Isle of Capri Casino.
Welcome back to the Saints Network and to Archie Manning once again in the locker room with the victorious Coach Jim Mora.
Thank you, Dave. Coach, congratulations on another win, 7-2 on the year.
Well, thanks, Arch. It was, again, a fight, and these guys compete, New England, and it fought us to the end. We knew coming up here it wouldn't be easy, and it wasn't, no matter what the score says. But, hey, we won the game and played well on defense. Offensively, we, did some good things. And we're happy to get out of here with the win.
Well, you had to be happy about your team early on. I know the one thing with a team like this, you don't want to let them get their head up early. Had a good crowd out there for them today and get them excited. Looked like things were in good shape, but then we turned it over and gave them an easy touchdown.
Yeah, we've been doing that a little bit lately. The turnover on the punt gave them the ball on the 8, and bam, they get right back in it. And you don't, like you say, you don't want to give a team like this anything to get excited about. But then we came back and got up 21-7, and then we get throw them the interception for a touchdown. Second week in a row we've done something like that. But like you say, we came out early and I think established some control of the game, and that's always a good thing to do against a team like this.
Of course, their defense was playing tough against our run, but I thought our play-action passing game was real good. And, boy, you had to be excited to see the pass protection that Bobby had, where he looked around, had plenty of time, and made some good throws.
Right. Those are the things I was most pleased with offensively. I thought our protection was excellent. I thought our passing game was very good, like you say, especially the play pass on the early downs. I'm not happy with the running game at all. I haven't been happy with it all year, and I continue to be displeased with it. Doesn't seem to be getting any better to me. And I'm not happy with our short yardage offense or our goal line offense. And that's something that I don't think we've been good at all year. And we weren't very good at it today. And this is going to hurt us unless we get better in these areas.
Well, we can talk about the 49ers now, and it is a big game, of course, a team that's been a great team in the NFC for a long time, but we took the division crown away from them last year, and this obviously is a big game.
Oh, it's a big game. It's going to be a big game for both teams, and and yet it's not It's not going to make or break the season one way or the other. So we're gonna get ready for them and go out there, and they're tough to beat out there, but we've done it before, and we can do it again.
Congratulations on another great win, Coach.
Thanks, Arch.
All right, Archie, thank you. We'll be back with one more word or two from the locker room in just a moment. After these local messages, you're listening to Saints Football.
Includes rebates, tax title, license, unaccredited, ranking according to Chrysler. Car buyers! Right now's the best time to buy a new car or truck at Ray Brandt Dodge. Now through Saturday, get the 93 3/4-ton high-top conversion van for $15,995, or the low-top conversion van for $14,995. And the 92 full-size D150 pickup is $10,995. There's only room in this town for one Dodge dealer, Ray Brandt Dodge. The rest, get out of Dodge! Tonight, on In Living Color, Damon Wayans returns as Homie the Clown.
Homie don't play that.
And he's got a little surprise waiting for him. His long-lost son.
I suppose this is where he's supposed to hug and have that tender little moment. I don't think so.
Meet Homie Jr. on an all-new In Living Color. Then, what happens when one of the hottest comedians in the country meets the coolest cast on television? You'll find out when we do, as Sinbad guest stars on Rock Live.